Chapter 2741 Silver White Fruit. The attack power of the Seventh Awakening Origin Overlord. How is this possible? The reincarnation ancestor tree is not low in wisdom, and also knows the reincarnation family and the reincarnation ancestor. In countless years, these two clans have entered the world of samsara fruit again and again, robbing it of the high fruit of reincarnation. Although they have succeeded each time, they have also paid a lot of price. Also a lot. Moreover, its life-saving ability is very strong, and it does not have the strength to awaken the origin upper realm overlord 7 times, so don't even think about hurting it. But Yi Tian can smash the drill bit formed by its countless branches with one blow, which must be the attack power of the 7 awakened origin upper realm overlord. However, according to the rules of the samsara fruit realm, a maximum of 5 awakened origin upper realm overlords are allowed to enter here, and even don't even think about hitting 6 awakened realms here. Otherwise, there would be no powerful tree of reincarnation in the fruit world of reincarnation. And the samsara ancestral tree can see that Yi Tian's cultivation base is not high, but it is simply abnormal to have such a terrifying attack. At this time, Yi Tian ignored the obstruction of the samsara ancestral tree. This kind of samsara ancestral tree is only a high defense, but the attack method is single, and there is no threat. He can kill the samsara ancestral tree, but it is not necessary. Once the samsara ancestral tree was killed, he would be in trouble, and there was no way to explain it. Boom! Yi Tian showed all the strength of his cultivation, those branches were like paper paste. Wow! He grabbed another high fruit of reincarnation and put it away. In a short time, all the high fruits of reincarnation fell into his hands, and the countless branches of the reincarnation ancestral tree were shattered, and the whole reincarnation ancestral tree was a little bald. After taking away samsara to Gaoguo, Yi Tian mobilized the spear of Zushan and vaguely aimed at the samsara ancestral tree. At this time, the reincarnation ancestral tree felt the threat of death and was a little scared. This was the first time he felt threatened with death. The ancestral tree of reincarnation, in addition to the highest fruit of reincarnation, is there any good thing in the fruit world of reincarnation? Yi Tian is threatening the ancestral tree of reincarnation and wants to gain some benefits. If it is threatened by other origin upper realm overlords, the samsara ancestral tree will not compromise, but now it is cowardly, because it senses the threat of death. Yi Tian can really kill it. After it passed a message to Yi Tian, €, it chose to escape. Yi Tian received this information and did not go after the samsara ancestral tree. Really good stuff. Yi Tian smiles, this is a windfall. The reincarnation ancestral tree just sent him a message, recording a treasure in the fruit world of reincarnation. According to the information, the value of that treasure may still be higher than the fruit of reincarnation. In the depths of the samsara fruit realm, there is a treasure land composed of countless thunders. Yi Tian came here, Reincarnation Thunder Valley. Before he came to the samsara fruit realm, he was informed of this place. This was the only forbidden place in the samsara fruit realm, and no samsara heavenly clan was allowed to enter here. It's just because it's too dangerous, even the origin upper realm overlord who has awakened 5 times will be instantly smashed to ashes. Therefore, so far, no primordial upper realm overlord has entered the Thunder Valley of Reincarnation, and naturally he does not know the situation of Thunder Valley of Samsara. However, the reincarnation ancestral tree has come here. Just now, the information transmitted by the Samsara ancestral tree was a Samsara tree inside the Thunder Valley of Samsara. It was a small thunder tree, but it contained terrifying energy. Even the reincarnation ancestral tree would not dare to approach that small thunder tree. The thunder tree bears a silver white fruit, which looks very extraordinary and has existed for countless years. In the eyes of the ancestral tree of reincarnation, that silver white fruit is definitely a good thing, a real treasure. Try the power of this reincarnation Thunder Valley Thunder. Yi Tian stretched out his arm, and used all his strength to cast a supreme technique on the other side, trying to resist the power of thunder. Boom! Countless thunders bombarded with special power, making his arms numb, but he still endured it. What a terrifying thunderbolt, even I am a little numb, and the origin upper realm overlord who has awakened 6 times can't bear it. Yi Tian secretly said. Immediately, he directly entered the Thunder Valley of Samsara, looking for the thunder tree at an extremely fast speed. Time passed slowly, and it didn't take too long for him to successfully find the thunder tree. This small thunder tree grows in a crack, and the terrifying aura permeates it, and it is still easy to find. Now, Yi Tian's eyes focused on the silver white fruit on the small thunder tree. It really is a good thing, although I don't know it. Yi Tian flew towards this thunder tree. But just as it was approaching, a silver-white thunder ray penetrated the void and aimed directly at Yi Tian. Break! Yi Tian hit the ray of thunder with a single blow with the supreme treasure of samsara, and then scattered it. However, he also had to admit that this attack definitely reached the full blow of the 7 awakened origin upper realm overlord. No wonder the ancestral tree of reincarnation dare not approach it. This guy's strength has reached the realm of 7 awakened origin upper realm hegemony. It is the most powerful tree of reincarnation in the fruit world of reincarnation. But this thunder tree should not have high intelligence, and only likes to stay in the thunder valley of samsara, never going out. Because of this, the outside world is unaware of its existence. If it wasn't for the reincarnation ancestral tree to inform him, he would not know the existence of thunder tree. Of course, if it takes a long time, he might come here to have a look, and he will also find the thunder tree. Take this silver-white fruit first. Yi Tian went all out, and even used the spear of ruined sky, the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, to kill the thunder tree. Boom! Yi Tian fought with him. At this time, the thunder tree also became real, transforming into a giant thunder tree, releasing attacks one after another, fighting against Yi Tian. However, Yi Tian's strength is too powerful. Broken. Du Zhao's. The spear of Ruin Tian directly pierced through the shadow of the thunder giant tree of Thunder Tree, directly penetrating its body, and the opponent could not stop it at all. After being hit hard this time, the thunder tree withered directly. And Yi Tian easily grabbed the silver-white fruit, and after the silver-white fruit was taken away, the thunder tree seemed to be dead, and its vitality slowly dissipated. I'm dead, I shouldn't, but to recover, at least it will take endless long years. Yi Tian guessed. Subsequently, he continued to walk in the Thunder Valley of Samsara to see if there were any other treasure resources. If so, he could make a fortune. Unfortunately, he searched for a long time, but couldn't find anything good. He only found a few resources, which didn't help him much. Get out of here! Yi Tian came out of the Thunder Valley of Samsara and continued to search for resources in the Samsara fruit world. When the time is up, he will be kicked out by the Samsara fruit realm. Chapter 2742 The Second Door Reincarnation to the High Supernatural Power. Time flies. Gradually, the day when the world of reincarnation is closed is coming. Whoa! The members of the Samsara Heavenly Clan and the Samsara Source Clan were moved out, and it was time to forcibly kick them out. Of course, they can also come out earlier. However, there are many treasures in the Samsara fruit realm, and no one wants to come out ahead of time. Even if Yi Tian killed so many Samsara Source Clan, but the Samsara fruit realm is very large, it is not easy to encounter, they are naturally not afraid. Out of the world of reincarnation, Yazoo and the others have been waiting here, and they are all very nervous. They are also afraid that the members of the Samsara Heavenly Clan will suffer heavy losses, especially Ao Chen, who is a peerless genius who has awakened the supreme supernatural power of Samsara. Once he falls there, it will be a huge loss. Space warping. Members of the Samsara Heavenly Clan came out one by one. When Yazoo and the others saw Ao Chen's figure, they breathed a sigh of relief. As long as Ao Chen didn't fall, it didn't matter. In a blink of an eye, all the Origin Upper Realm overlords who were still alive came out. This time, the Samsara Heavenly Clan lost very little, and only a few members of the Samsara Heavenly Clan fell into the Samsara Fruit Realm. On the other hand, the Reincarnation Source Clan has suffered extremely heavy losses, and only a few members of the Reincarnation Source Clan have returned. What happened? Yazoo asked. 470. At this time, Juyuan stood up and said, Master Yazoo, most of the other clansmen were killed by the Ao Chen of the Samsara Heavenly Clan, and almost all of the Reincarnation High Fruit were taken away by him. We did not rob a single Reincarnation High Fruit. Arrive. What? Yazoo couldn't believe it. His eyes turned to Yi Tian, a euro showing a puzzled look. Yi Tian's Ao Chen copy body's cultivation base is not high, how can he have such strength? Subsequently, the other Reincarnation Source clans also talked about what happened one by one. After hearing this, Yazoo was extremely angry and wanted to kill Ao Chen. In his opinion, Ao Chen has such strength now, and the threat is too great. And Yazoo was very excited. He didn't expect Ao Chen's strength to reach such a level. If Ao Chen's cultivation realm is awakened 2 or 3 times, and the second door of reincarnation is awakened to the supreme supernatural power, it will be invincible among the 8 awakening primordial upper realm overlords. Come on, let's go back. Yazoo said. Yazoo and the others didn't do anything, so they wouldn't go to war directly. Whether or not to start a war will be decided after the whole round CJFJ of the senior members of the Yuan clan have discussed it. Reincarnation of ancient mountains. After returning, Yazoo and the others simply asked Yi Tian about the world of reincarnation and did not continue to ask. But the name of Aochen has already resounded throughout the entire Samsara Heavenly clan. After all, his combat power is too terrifying, and it is no longer enough to say a single word for leapfrog battle. I have obtained a lot of resources this time, so I won't meet with the real copy body first, and I will send these resources back when the limelight is over. Yi Tian secretly said. Subsequently, he began to retreat. I saw that he took out a high fruit of reincarnation, ready to swallow the high fruit of reincarnation, to see if he could awaken the second door to high supernatural power of reincarnation. Gollum. Yi Tian swallowed this reincarnation to high fruit, and then began to refine and improve. With the passage of time, the bloodline of his cloned body is constantly improving, and a stream of pure and incomparable energy pours into the depths of the bloodline of the Samsara Heavenly clan, and it seems to stimulate the energy in the bloodline. At the same time, his cultivation is also improving, which is also a side effect of Samsara high fruit. Years passed, and after thousands of primordial era, this reincarnation high fruit was considered to be completely refined. However, Yi Tian had not awakened to the second gate of reincarnation, but his cultivation had improved a lot. He had already reached the state of the fourth balance, and now after taking Samsara to high fruit, it is almost the middle stage of the fourth balance. This shows how good the effect of reincarnation to high fruit is. Continue refining. The second high fruit of reincarnation has a slightly worse improvement in cultivation, and it is not as good as the first high fruit of reincarnation. However, Yi Tian's main purpose is to awaken the second gate of reincarnation to the supreme supernatural power. If awakened, that is the real value. However, the second highest reincarnation fruit still did not awaken his reincarnation supreme supernatural power. 1/3 of the chances. I failed twice, I'm not very lucky. The third reincarnation supreme high fruit should hopefully make me awaken to the reincarnation supreme supernatural power. Yi Tian secretly said. Subsequently, he swallowed reincarnation to the high fruit. This time, he was lucky. Boom! The second door of reincarnation to the highest supernatural power awakened. Soon, he was immersed in the second door of reincarnation to the supreme supernatural power. Before you know it, tens of thousands of years of the primordial era have passed. At this time, he was considered to have completely mastered this second reincarnation supreme supernatural power. Euro reincarnation technique Euro. This is a movement speed type reincarnation supreme supernatural power. He has mastered such a reincarnation supernatural power, and his strength has skyrocketed a lot. Subsequently, he went to Yazoo's palace. Master Yazoo, I have successfully awakened the second door to the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation. Yi Tian said. Very good, Yazoo said excitedly. Although he also knew that Aochen was almost 100% able to awaken the second supernatural power of reincarnation. After all, Aochen had obtained so many reincarnation super high fruits, unless his luck was too bad, he would all fail. At this time, Yi Tian asked again, Lord Yazoo, can reincarnation supreme high fruit allow me to awaken the third door reincarnation supreme high supernatural power? Difficult. Yazoo shook his head and said, you have already awakened 2 doors of reincarnation supreme supernatural power. If you take reincarnation to high fruit again, the probability of awakening the third door of reincarnation supreme supernatural power is estimated to be only 1/3, so don't waste it. Reincarnation the highest fruit is also helpful for breaking the realm. We will not ask you to hand over the highest fruit of reincarnation to the clan. When your cultivation base falls into a bottleneck in the future, you can use these highest fruit of reincarnation to break through. In fact, it is also the reincarnation celestial clan that no other clansman can use the reincarnation high fruit. The other reincarnation celestial clan who have awakened the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation are either dead or have reached 9 awakenings. They have created a lot of supernatural powers of reincarnation. There is no need to waste the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation to awaken the supernatural power of reincarnation. Not much help either. Moreover, at the realm of 9 awakenings, how powerful the bloodline is, it is extremely difficult to awaken such a powerful bloodline to Gao Guo, and it is almost impossible. Therefore, he did not ask Aochen to take out the high fruit of reincarnation. Chapter 2743 Breakthrough, the Fifth Balance. Subsequently, Yi Tian left. Back to the residence, he continued to practice, and as for the reincarnation to the high fruit, he no longer used it, and he was going to leave it to the real body to copy the body to improve his cultivation and break the realm. The cultivation of the real body copy body is the most important, and the Auchan copy body will definitely be abandoned in the future, but it is not now. There is no need to use too many good things on this copy body. Another time passed. This day, Yi Tian left the ancient Samsara mountain, went around and made sure that there was no high-level follower of the Samsara celestial clan, and then went to the Wugu abyss through the crack in the Wugu abyss, and sent the resources to the hands of the real body replica body. Soon, Auchan copied the body and saw the real copy body, and handed over a lot of resources. After that, Auchan's body quickly returned. Tianshan Pavilion. Yi Tian took out a lot of resources. Treasures such as Minya Divine Fruit, Reincarnation Profound Lin Fruit, etc. can improve all aspects of cultivation and help him strike the fifth balance. With so many good things, my cultivation base will definitely improve rapidly, and the day of breaking through to the fifth balance will not be too far away. Subsequently, he ate fruits such as Minya God Fruit and Reincarnation Xuanline Fruit. Boom! The source of Samsara Haoshan and the will of the original state in the body are rapidly improving, and the body of Samsara Haoshan is also rapidly tempered under the tempering of energy. And just like that, long years passed. Yi Tian's strength is improving rapidly. Certainly, Auchan also used a lot of resources to copy the body, and the speed of cultivation was not slow. In addition, he is still creating the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, but it is very difficult. However, he has been researching and creating for a long time, and naturally it is impossible to give up. Before he knew it, more than 30 million years of the primordial era had passed. After such a long time, coupled with many good things, Yi Tian's cultivation base has been raised to the limit of the fourth balance. This is also the difficulty of the fourth path. However, the fourth path itself is terrifying in combat power. He is now equivalent to the seventh awakened origin upper realm overlord, which is equivalent to the other 7 awakened origin upper realm overlords who will raise their cultivation to the limit and attack. The eighth awakening of the origin of the upper realm hegemony realm. Therefore, it is very fast to spend this time. Other origin upper realm overlords know that he has risen to this realm so quickly, and they are absolutely envious. After reaching the balance limit for the fourth time, Yi Tian tried to hit the bottleneck, but he couldn't shake it. The bottleneck this time is not an ordinary bottleneck, and it is impossible to break it easily. Then, Yi Tian took out a reincarnation high fruit. The reincarnation high fruit not only helps the reincarnation heavenly clan to awaken the reincarnation supreme supernatural power, but also helps Yi Tian break the realm, which is definitely a very good thing. I don't know if one of the highest fruit of reincarnation can help me break through the realm. If not, then eat 2 of the highest fruit of reincarnation. Yi Tian secretly said. He immediately swallowed a reincarnation high fruit, and then hit the fifth balance. As the years passed, the bottleneck loosened and cracked. However, just when Samsara reached the high fruit and was about to run out of energy, the bottleneck was still not completely broken. And, in addition to reincarnation high fruit, he also used up a lot of resources and treasures, such as the 3-source secret medicine, but he still couldn't help him break through the realm. Then, Yi Tian took out the second Samsara high fruit and swallowed it in one bite. Boom! With the help of the second reincarnation to the high fruit, the bottleneck is finally about to break through. Another long time passed. Click! The bottleneck was completely shattered, and Yi Tian's body began to transform. The body of Samsara Haoshan has undergone crazy transformation, the source of Samsara Haoshan is also growing rapidly, and the will of the original state is also increasing wildly. Every moment, Yi Tian's breath is increasing. After a long time, Yi Tian officially entered the realm of the fifth balance. At this time, his strength is much stronger than in the past. The fifth balance is much stronger than the fourth. Yi Tian muttered. He tested his strength and estimated it should be no different from the ancestors. Of course, this kind of strength is not really the eighth awakening of the primordial upper realm overlord invincible realm. For example, if some 8-time awakened origin overlords of the Samsara heavenly clan or the Samsara source clan have mastered the supreme supernatural powers of Samsara or are geniuses who leapfrog the ranks, then he is still not an opponent. Unless he also masters the wheel Shintong with this duplicate body, he will be said to be invincible in the eighth awakening origin. A for flower Sayuro. After that, Yi Tian continued to create the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation. Now, he is not far from successfully creating the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, only the last point. In the blink of an eye, another million years of the primordial era passed. This day, Yi Tian succeeded in imitating the Spear of Reincarnation Supreme Supernatural Power ruins, although it is not the same, but it is also a Reincarnation Supreme Supernatural Power. Yi Tian is also named Spear of Ruined Sky, but the power of this Spear of Ruined Sky is not as powerful as the original Spear of Ruined Sky, and it consumes a lot of money. After testing, the counterfeit Spear of Ruined Sky can only exert 60% of its power, but it consumes twice as much. The difference is huge. It's not just me, the same is true of the Supreme Reincarnation Divine ability created by other Origin Upper Realm Overlords. Only the Awakened Reincarnation Supreme Divine ability has great potential and power. Yi Tian secretly said. But in any case, the Supreme Supernatural Power of Reincarnation far surpasses the Supreme Art of the other side. Even if it consumes a lot of money and cannot be used many times, if you face an enemy whose conventional combat strength is similar to your own, you can kill it with one move. Therefore, the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation is too terrifying, even if it is the original upper-level overlord of the spicy chicken, relying on the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, he can compete with the enemy of a realm higher than himself. Of course, once the power is exhausted and the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation cannot be used, it is not the opponent's opponent. I have created the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation now, and the ancestors are no longer my opponent. With the Spear of Zushin, I can hit him hard with one move. Yi Tian murmured. With his current strength, he feels that he is almost invincible in the land of the other side of eternity, unless there is a ninth awakening of the primordial upper realm overlord in the other side of eternity, but at least he has not heard of such a source. Upper realm overlord. I now have enough strength to understand the secrets of the original ancestors' era. What is the relationship between the dark realm of reincarnation, the origin of reincarnation and the land of the eternal other side? He is going to go to Wanggu Tiangong to see the ancestors. As for whether the ancestors are willing to see him or not, it is not something that the ancestors can decide. Wow! Yi Tian went directly to the desolate ancient heavenly palace, and before going there, he sent a message to several origin upper realm overlords of the desolate ancient heavenly palace, informing him of the matter. Chapter 2744 Subduing the Ancient Heavenly Palace. Desolate Heavenly Palace. One of the overlords in the upper realm of Yuanxi received Yi Tian's message, and they were all furious. The Lord of Endless wants to see the ancestors of our ancient heavenly palace, what is he? Wild Blood Ancestor said coldly. Other origin upper realm overlords are also unhappy with the Endless Lord. In their view, the Endless Lord is nothing more than the origin upper realm overlord who has been awakened 4 or 5 times. Compared to the Creator, it is simply not worth mentioning. Desolate Ancestor, that is the 8th awakening primordial upper realm overlord, the existence second only to primordial ancestor, where Yi Tian can see if he wants to see it. Reject. An overlord of Yuanxi upper realm replied to Yi Tian. Refuse me to see the ancestors. Yi Tian didn't care when he received the news, he informed Wanggu Tiangong that, 483, was just a courtesy. Soon, he came to the desolate ancient heaven palace. Moreover, he directly revealed a ray of aura, letting all the overlords of the primordial upper realm in the ancient heavenly palace know that he was here. Really, the barren blood ancestors and other barren ancient heavenly palace origin and upper realm overlords have all come out. The leader is a Taoist ancestor from the ancient Tiangong, and he is also the Taoist Xuanal Taoist who has broken the boundaries of the 4 times. There is no very powerful origin Daozu in Eternal Beyond Land, because this third path is difficult to progress, and is limited by the origin of Eternal Beyond Land, and Eternal Beyond Land does not allow origin Dao ancestor to break through to too high a realm. But the origin Daozu cannot be killed, so this Xuanal Daozu has a very high status in Wanggu Tiangong, second only to Wangzu. Lord of the Endless, what are you doing in our desolate ancient heavenly palace? Xuanal Daozu asked. He is not afraid of Yi Tian. Even though Yi Tian's strength may be stronger than him, but he is immortal and indestructible, and he has the ancient heavenly palace as his backing, so he is still afraid of Yi Tian. Xuanal Daozu, I want to see the wild ancestor. Yi Tian said. Lord of Endless, wild ancestor has retreated, we can't see it, you should go back. 1. Xuanal Daozu expelled Dao. However, Yi Tian smiled slightly. Xuanal Daozu, you can tell me the retreat place of the ancestors, and I will find the ancestors myself. Bold. Xuanal Daozu and other primordial upper realm overlords were completely enraged. It's true that Yi Tian doesn't take the desolate ancient heavenly palace in his eyes too much, this is a provocation. Lord of the Endless, are you going to provoke our desolate ancient heavenly palace? Xuanal Daozu burst out with the will of the origin realm, and vaguely stimulated the power of the origin of the eternal other side, and the terrifying breath burst out, and he would attack at any time. Looks like we're still going to fight, Yi Tian said lightly. At this time, Xuanal Daozu took action. Boom. The endless void is covered by the power of the source of the eternal other side, as if there is an endless world descending to completely suppress Yi Tian. But this time, Yi Tian flicked his fingers and everything collapsed. The endless void in front of him was like a piece of paper, torn apart by Yi Tian. Immediately after, Yi Tian waved his hand. Xuanal Daozu couldn't stop moving. No matter how Xuanal Daozu exploded his power, it would be of no avail. This, a euro. Xuanal Daozu was dumbfounded. Only then did he realize how huge the gap in strength between himself and Yi Tian was. It didn't take too long for the Infinity Lord to break through to the Origin Upper Realm Overlord. Although a breakthrough was enough to be comparable to the fourth awakened Origin Upper Realm Overlord, a breakthrough is definitely not easy. But now, Yi Tian has already broken through to his unimaginable realm. This is too exaggerated. Seeing this, the other Origin Upper Realm Overlords of the desolate ancient heavenly palace were also unclear, so they all took action. Xuanal Daozu wanted to remind, but it was too late. Roll. With a cold snort, these Origin Upper Realm Overlords flew upside down and smashed onto the palaces of the ancient heavenly palace. And Yi Tian stepped into the desolate ancient heaven palace in one step. And such a big movement naturally alarmed the wild ancestors who were retreating in the depths of the ancient temple. Tear, the void was torn apart, and the ancestors came out of it. Ancestor, Wild Blood Ancestor said excitedly, as if he had found the backbone, and he no longer had any respect for Yi Tian in his heart. Old Ancestor, the Endless Lord dares to attack our desolate ancient heavenly palace, he must be left behind. Wild Blood Road, Desolate Man, the overlord of his eighth awakening of the primordial upper realm, he actually dared to attack the ancient heavenly palace in the desolation. You wanna die? The ancestors took action, holding a sword of reincarnation, and displayed a supreme technique on the other side. Die. It was cut out with a single knife, as if the territory had been chopped to pieces. This is the eighth awakening of the Origin Upper Realm Overlord with all his strength. And Yi Tian also took out his own reincarnation treasure spear, and blocked the attack of the ancestors with one blow. Boom. In this collision, the two sides were almost indistinguishable. Unexpected, Yi Tian used the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, the Spear of Ruin Tian. The ancestors also knew the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, and when they saw this scene, their pupils shrank, the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation. In the entire eternal beyond land, there is only one Origin Upper Realm Overlord who has created the supreme reincarnation divine ability, but Yi Tian did not expect it to be created as well. Not good. The ancestors felt the crisis. The secret treasures on his body were stimulated, and the supreme technique of the other side of the defense class was also motivated with all his strength. However, under the attack of the supreme supernatural power of samsara, all of these secret treasures were destroyed, and even the supreme art of defending the other shore was smashed like a piece of paper. Puff! Wild Ancestor's body was pierced by a single blow, and the injury was difficult to heal. Seeing that the ancestor was injured, Huang Shuizu was dumbfounded. In his opinion, the ancestor is one of the oldest and most powerful beings in the entire land of eternity. How long has the Infinite Lord cultivated? He must be an ant in front of the Ancestor 5.9. As a result, the Ancestor could not beat the Infinity Lord. Puff! The ancestors vomited blood continuously, and the injury was not light, and was injured by the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, and it was difficult to recover. Just when he was about to escape, Yi Tian put away the reincarnation treasure spear, and restrained his breath. This is not to fight. Wangzu, I just came to see you and ask some things, I don't want to fight. If I really attacked Wanggu Tiangong, they would have already died. Yi Tian said. I see, the ancestors believed. Immediately, he scolded the wild blood ancestors and the others, hurry up and apologize to this Infinite Lord. Yes, wild blood ancestors did not dare not to obey, after all, Yi Tian's strength was too terrifying. Afterwards, they apologized, and Yi Tian smiled slightly, walked into the ancient heavenly palace, and went to a palace with the ancestors. Chapter 2745 The Ancestors of the Origin and the Secrets of the Three Tribes of Reincarnation. Desolate ancient heaven palace, in a palace. Yi Tian chatted happily with Huang Zhu, as if the conflict just now had never happened. Lord of the Endless, what are you looking for me for? Desolate ancestor is very clear that an existence like the endless Lord cannot directly break into the desolate ancient heavenly palace. Certainly, the main reason is that desolate ancient heavenly palace did not know Yi Tian's strength, otherwise it would never stop him. At this time, Yi Tian said, "Desolate ancestor, you are the overlord of the primordial upper realm who survived from the ancient times of the eternal other shore. You should know about the dark realm of reincarnation and the celestial clan of reincarnation, right? Reincarnation dark domain, reincarnation celestial clan." The ancestors were shocked. He didn't expect Yi Tian to know this. "Have you been to the dark realm of reincarnation?" asked the ancestor. "Yes." Yi Tian nodded. The ancestors were surprised and said, "You are really courageous. If you are discovered by the reincarnation, you are afraid that you will die." Yi Tian asked again, "Desolate ancestor, as far as I know, the reincarnation celestial clan is very strong, and besides the reincarnation celestial clan, there are also races such as the reincarnation Yuan clan. Their strength far surpasses our eternal land. Why didn't you invade the land of the other side of eternity? Although there is nothing good about the land of the eternal other side, the area is large enough and there are countless creatures. If you occupy it at a small price, you can have a large number of slaves. This is also very good for the Samsara heavenly clan." Therefore, he was a little puzzled why the Samsara heavenly clan did not invade the land of the other side of eternity. Of course, he can ask the Samsara heavenly clan, but if he asks too much, Auchan's cloned body may be targeted in the future, making it inconvenient to go to the Wugu abyss. He still didn't want to let the Samsara celestial clan know, so it was the fastest way to ask the ancestors. Wild ancestor did not hide it, and directly revealed, Reincarnation Celestial Clan and Reincarnation Origin Ancestor do not want to invade the land of the eternal other side, but dare not. Even if the 8 awakened Origin Upper Realm Overlords want to come over, their strength will be suppressed. If they send a large number of 8 awakened Origin Upper Realm Overlords and a large number of Origin Upper Realm Overlords to forcibly invade, they will lose money. Heavy. Of course, the most important reason is that the ancestors signed the 10,000 clan agreement with the Samsara Celestial Clan, the Samsara Yuan Clan, and the Samsara Clan, and they were not allowed to break into the land of eternity. What? The 10,000 clan agreement signed by the first ancestor in the Samsara Heavenly Clan? Yi Tian was shocked. The first ancestor was only a 9-time awakened Origin Upper Realm Overlord, and he was able to make the Samsara Heavenly Clan and the others sign an agreement, and they really didn't invade the eternal beyond. How did they do it? The ancestors said again. You should be very curious, how did the ancestors do it? In fact, the ancestors were not the ordinary 9-time awakening the primordial upper realm overlord, he once killed more than double-digit 9 primordial primates. The realm overlord really shocked the Samsara Celestial Clan, the Samsara Yuan Clan and the Samsara Clan, so that these 3 tribes did not dare to enter the eternal land. And when the Yuanshi clan failed to attack a higher realm and was about to fall, the Yuanshi ancestors he also changed the rules of the eternal beyond land and suppressed the entire eternal beyond land and the ruins of reincarnation, which made it impossible for the reincarnation celestial clan's 9 awakened origin overlords to enter the eternal beyond land. But we can. Samsara Celestial Clan, Samsara Yuan Clan their territory. Of course, we do not dare to go, the strength gap is too big. Original ancestor is so powerful. Yi Tian was extremely surprised. The ancestors smiled and said, the ancestors are naturally powerful. In fact, before the ancestors were born, the land of the other side of eternity was only a slave area for the Samsara Heavenly Clan, the Samsara Yuan Clan, etc. And countless races were their slaves. But when the ancestors were born, they imitated them and embarked on the path of the primordial upper realm hegemony so that they could compete with them. It can be said that if we are the ancestors, we may be the same as the slave races under the reincarnation celestial clan and they have no chance to advance to higher levels. High realm, let alone breaking through to this realm. I see. Yi Tian understood. The original ancestor was also a slave of the reincarnation celestial clan, the reincarnation Yuan clan, and the reincarnation clan. At that time, it was estimated that other than these 3 clans, no other race could become the primordial upper realm celestial ancestor, and he was an ant-like existence. Therefore, these 3 races do not pay attention to those slave races. However, the first ancestor forcibly created 3 paths, allowing a group of slaves to give birth to the overlord of the upper realm of origin, and he even reached the realm of awakening the overlord of the upper realm of the original origin 9 times, competing with the 3 clans, killing more than 10 the same level origin upper realm overlord, abruptly made the eternal beyond the land out of the control of the 3 clans. It can be said that this credit alone is incomparable. To this day, the Samsara celestial clan still dare not break into the land of the other side of eternity. The ancestors, the races and some treasures in the land of eternity, are they all from the slave races there? Yi Tian asked again. Yes. Wild Ancestor nodded. These slave races are not restricted, they can enter the land of eternity at any time, but the 10,000 races agreement also includes these slave races. Each slave race is limited in number, it is impossible to let them they all enter the land of the other side of eternity. The slave races under the reincarnation 3 tribes lived a very miserable life. Those slaves naturally wanted to enter the land of the other side of eternity, but they really let them all come in. The 3 reincarnation tribes would definitely not stop. We'll definitely attack the land of the other side of eternity at all costs, then we will be in danger. And limit the number of slave races in the other side of eternity is less than 1/10,000th, or even 1/10,000th of that there, reincarnation 3 clan is naturally regarded as irrelevant. Yi Tian nodded. The number of slave races in the land of eternity is indeed very small, and there are not many primordial upper realm overlords. Compared with the slave races in the dark realm of reincarnation, the number is much less, and there are too many primordial overlords there. In contrast, the Samsara heavenly clan naturally did not pay attention to the land of the eternal other side, but they definitely did not want the land of the eternal other side to develop. At this time, Yi Tian asked the Samsara gold bug again. Wild Ancestor, what happened to the golden worm of reincarnation? Could it be the life in the area of A the 3 tribes of reincarnation? Yi Tian asked. How should I put it? The golden worm of reincarnation is a special life in the gap between the ruins of reincarnation and the domain of reincarnation where the 3 clans of reincarnation are located, but the golden worm of reincarnation cannot enter the land of eternity. Otherwise, so many golden worms of reincarnation break into the land of eternity, and we can't stop it. Huangzu introduced. Chapter 2746 Reincarnation Clan. Yi Tian chatted with Huangzu for a long time and learned a lot of secrets. These secrets, the general origin of the upper realm overlords are not qualified to know, but Yi Tian's strength is stronger than the ancestors naturally dare not hide. After a long time, Yi Tian left from the desolate ancient heavenly palace. Moreover, in the end, the ancestors also revealed a message that the rules left by the ancestors could not permanently protect the eternal land. In the future, the rules left by the ancestors will eventually dissipate. At that time, the reincarnation celestial clan's 9 awakened origin overlords can enter the eternal beyond, and the reincarnation golden bugs can also come in. Therefore, wild ancestors and the others all want to break through to the realm of origin upper realm overlord in the 9th awakening. In that case, they will have the power to protect themselves. If there are a few more origin upper realm overlords who are born for the 9th awakening, they can join hands to protect one party, so as not to become their slaves from the Samsara celestial clan. According to the Desolate clan, there is a reincarnation clan besides the reincarnation heaven clan and the reincarnation source clan. The reincarnation clan is the weakest of the 3 reincarnation clans, the number is very rare, but it should not be underestimated. Yi Tian secretly said, the body of the Samsara clan is very weak, and they cultivate the will of the origin realm. They are very talented in the will of the origin realm. They can easily improve the will of the origin realm, and they also take the path of integrating into the origin of the Samsara realm, became the original Taoist ancestor. Therefore, almost all of the reincarnation clan are immortal, and they can only be sealed and cannot be killed. Certainly, the ancestors didn't know much information. Reincarnation of ancient mountains. Yi Tian inquired about the information about the reincarnation clan, and really found it. Compared with the ancestors, the reincarnation heavenly clan naturally knows more about the reincarnation strange clan. Soon, Yi Tian knew a lot of information about the reincarnation clan. The number of the reincarnation deceitful clan is extremely rare, only hundreds of thousands of people, it is extremely difficult to reproduce, but the reincarnation deceitful clan also has hundreds of thousands of primordial upper realm overlords. How terrifying is this number for the land of the other side of eternity, and it is only a small number compared to the Samsara heavenly clan and the Samsara source clan. Besides, hundreds of thousands of immortal and immortal origin upper level overlords, how terrifying this is. In fact, the reincarnation celestial clan is also extremely afraid of the reincarnation awkward clan, and is unwilling to provoke the reincarnation awkward clan. After all, if you fight with the reincarnation clan, if the members of the reincarnation heavenly clan fall, they will really fall, but the members of the reincarnation clan will not fall, destroying their bodies, they can still recover. And in the battle, it is not easy to seal the members of the reincarnation. The only fortunate thing is that the origin Tao ancestors who broke the boundaries of the 9 wills of the reincarnation clan are very rare, so they were suppressed by the reincarnation heavenly clan. In countless years, many members of the reincarnation clan have been sealed in the dark realm of reincarnation, which has greatly reduced the strength of the reincarnation clan. Compared with the 3 reincarnation tribes in the other side of eternity, they are completely unqualified for confrontation, and even in terms of the number of overlords in the upper realm, they are not as good as the top slave races. Those slave races just don't have a powerful origin upper realm overlord, but there are quite a few origin upper realm overlords. The reason why so many origin upper realm overlords can be born in the reincarnation domain is because there are too many resources that can help origin upper realm cultivation, and they can also use those resources to easily cultivate the other shore origin ancestral body. Otherwise, how could that group of slaves have so many origin upper realm overlords? Those low-end resources, I have to collect more, so that Tianshan Pavilion can cultivate more origin upper realm overlords, and let the race give birth to a large number of origin upper realm overlords. Yi Tian murmured. In fact, in these years, he has also supplied a lot of resources, like the Lord of Wind Fang, Lord of Ice Rain, and Lord of White Capital, all of them, with the help of Yi Tian, A have almost all reached the peak of the origin upper realm, and they are all practicing the ancestral body method of the other shore. It won't be long before someone in the upper realm of origin will successfully practice the ancestral body method of the other shore, and break through to become the overlord of the upper realm of origin. Tianshan Pavilion, inside a palace. The Lord of Wind Fang is cultivating a origin ancestral method of the other shore. The ancestral method he cultivated is not powerful, but it is also suitable for him. This kind of other side source method requires a lot of rare materials. If he relies on him, he may not know how many years it will take to collect it, and it may even be impossible to collect it forever. However, Tianshan Pavilion provides these resources directly. The Lord of Endless is really amazing. I can't collect so many rare resources, but he can easily provide so many. The Lord of Wind Fang secretly said. He is also fortunate that Fengya Island accepted the Infinity Lord, otherwise there would be no good things today. After he exchanged these materials, he began to practice the Wu-Wu Hurricane method. Time passed slowly. Soon, his practice failed. It is normal to fail the first practice. The Lord of Wind Fang also inquired about a lot of information about the origin upper realm impacting the origin upper realm overlord, and almost none of them succeeded in their first practice. For example, the Lord of Cold Stars, he has practiced several times, but so far he has not broken through to the realm of hegemony in the upper realm of origin. If it is other origin upper realm, the cultivation fails once, and it has to rely on long years to slowly collect materials, but I don't need it. He exchanged a batch of materials from Tianshan Pavilion. These materials are extremely precious. Naturally, he does not have enough wealth and contribution value to exchange them, but he can owe them and repay them slowly in the future. This is also a rule set by Yi Tian. Subsequently, the Lord of Wind Fang Kai Mo Qian Hao started his second practice, but failed the second time. So, the third time, the fourth time. It can be said that the Lord of Wind Fang has spent a lot of resources and materials. Even the desolate ancient heavenly palace can't easily come up with so many materials, but Yi Tian doesn't care at all. These resources, and they are all low-level resources, to him, they are like a pile of weeds, and he doesn't care at all. The seventh time, the Lord of the Wind Fang finally became the ancestor of the Wu-Wu Hurricane, and successfully entered the realm of the overlord of the primordial upper realm. Ha 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 ha, I don't know how many millions of primordial era, I finally broke through to the realm of origin upper realm overlord. The Lord of Wind Fang was extremely excited, and the aura belonging to the overlord of the primordial upper realm permeated. Moreover, when he broke through, the visions came again and again, the world's attention, and naturally the Lord of the Wind and Fang disappeared. Chapter 2747 The ancestors are going to hit a higher realm. The Lord of Wind Fang broke through to become the overlord of the primordial upper realm, and the news naturally quickly spread throughout the eternal beyond. If it were in the domain of reincarnation, the birth of a primordial upper realm overlord would not make a splash. After all, there are too many primal upper realm overlords there. But in the land of the other side of eternity, a primordial upper realm overlord is extremely noble and rare. Desolate Heavenly Palace. Huang Shui ancestor and other origin overlords in the upper realm were also slightly surprised when they heard the news. The Lord of Wind Fang has broken through to become the overlord of the primordial upper realm. In their opinion, the Lord of Wind Fang is undoubtedly an ordinary upper origin realm, and he has practiced for countless years, and even ordinary people can become the overlord of Origin Upper Realm. Obviously, the Lord of Wind Fang cannot break through by himself. It must be the Infinity Lord who helped him break through. Yuan Shui ancestor and other primordial upper realm overlords thought to themselves. And many heavenly ancestors who were trapped in the peak realm of the primordial upper realm, after learning the news, they were all envious and jealous. After all, they have been trapped in this realm for countless years, and there is no way to break through, and the Lord of Wind Fang was originally just an ordinary Origin Upper Realm overlord. Luckily, he recruited an Infinity Lord, and now he has been cultivated by the Infinity Lord. Easily 483 became the overlord of the original Upper Realm. What shocked many forces and many Origin Upper Realm overlords was still behind. Not long after the breakthrough of the Lord of Wind Fang, the Lord of Ice and Rain also broke through to the realm of Origin Upper Realm overlord. After that, the Lord of the White Capital and the others. Certainly, several other level geniuses born in the human race are about to break through to the overlord realm of the primordial upper realm with the help of Yi Tian. And Yi Tian's son, Yi Xingqian, has not only broken through to the overlord realm of the primordial upper realm, but now he has risen to the current limit and is about to complete the first balance. To this end, he devoted countless resources, just for his son to complete the first balance. Once the first balance breakthrough is completed, the strength will be comparable to that of the Origin Upper Realm Overlord in the Fourth Awakening. The Fourth Awakened Origin Upper Realm Overlord is placed on the other side of eternity, and he is also a very powerful Origin Upper Realm Overlord. Another time passed. With Yi Tian's full assistance, Yi Xingqian finally made a breakthrough and became the first balanced primordial upper realm overlord, and his strength reached the fourth awakened primordial upper realm overlord. Before you know it, tens of millions of primordial era years have passed. At this time, Tianshan Pavilion has become a behemoth, a real hegemonic force. Tianshan Pavilion gave birth to 11 origin upper realm overlords, which is very good. Yi Tian said with relief. In terms of the number of overlords in the origin and upper realm, Tianshan Pavilion is enough to rival other overlord-level forces, and Tianshan Pavilion is comparable to the accumulation of those overlord-level infinite years in such a short period of time. How terrifying! If hundreds of millions of primordial era years passed, the number of origin upper realm overlords would definitely double or even more. In fact, now it is not the resources that restrict the number of overlords in the upper realm of the Tianshan Pavilion, but the number of ancestors in the upper realm. Many of the origin upper realm heavenly ancestors are average in talent. Even if they are given a lot of resources, their growth rate is very slow. They must not be cultivated at all costs. In that case, they will only raise a bunch of trash. Although Yi Tian has given a lot of resources to cultivate, but if they want to obtain more resources, they still have to make some contributions, otherwise they will not be eligible to obtain those resource treasures. Certainly, Tianshan Pavilion is now gradually recruiting other level geniuses from other domains, and the human race is gradually giving birth to some other level geniuses, so that the number of members of Tianshan Pavilion is still increasing rapidly. At that time, the number of ancestors in the upper realm will be increased, and more masters of the upper realm will be able to be cultivated. Anyway, on the other side of eternity, other forces cannot limit the growth of Tianshan Pavilion, just because Tianshan Pavilion has Yi Tian, a euro the Lord of Endlessness. Reincarnation of Ancient Mountains. Yi Tian's mystical dust replica body is about to be raised to the limit of the fourth CJFJ balance under the cultivation of many resources. He didn't provide too many resources to this cloned body, but he couldn't stand the Samsara heavenly clan's constant giving him resources to cultivate him. In desperation, he can only cultivate and improve his cultivation, and he can't even improve his strength. My Auchan copy body has awakened two supernatural powers of reincarnation. The reincarnation heavenly clan attaches great importance to it. They really want to cultivate me to the level of the heavenly ancestor of the 9 awakened origins. Yi Tian murmured. This is also because the Samsara heavenly clan has two major enemies, the Samsara source clan and the Samsara clan. If there were no enemies, the Samsara heavenly clan would not train him. Another time passed. At this time, Yi Tian, a euro this Auchan copying body's cultivation base has completely reached the limit of the fourth balance, and can go to the fifth balance. Once the breakthrough is successful, the strength of this Auchan copying body will once again surpass the real body copying body. But, it is not easy to hit the fifth balance, but knowing that Yi Tian is going to break through the bottleneck, the Samsara heavenly clan is also helping him, and various resources to assist the breakthrough have been taken out. And Yi Tian also took out a reincarnation to high fruit to assist the impact. It took about 100,000 primordial era to successfully break the shackles and be promoted to the 5th balance, so that the blood of the reincarnation celestial clan completed 5 awakenings. Boom! Endless energy poured into Yi Tian's body, causing his aura strength to skyrocket. After a long time, this transformation is complete. Yes, this Ouchin copy body is also the 5th balance state, and it has mastered 2 supreme supernatural powers of reincarnation as well as many secret treasures and treasures of reincarnation. Its strength is much stronger than that of the real body copy body. Yi Tian said excitedly. However, he is still too weak compared to the reincarnation celestial clan's 9th awakened origin upper realm overlords, and he has to continue to work hard to improve his strength. Reincarnation in the depths of the ancient mountains. Yazoo, Junzu, Trout, and many other overlords of the 9 awakened primordial upper realm are all meeting here, and at this moment, their faces are solemn. Does the ancestor of the reincarnation source really want to hit a higher realm? Azu asked. According to our information, Ancestor Biao is indeed going to hit a higher realm, and it will be in the near future. At present, the overlords of the origin clan who have awakened 9 times have all gone out and blocked all places. Come out, let Zhu break through, so as not to affect other members of the Cosmos Source family. Trout Zhu said. Jun Zhu frowned. Do Zhu really want to give it a shot? They also have many 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlords who failed to attack and died, and none of them have made a breakthrough so far. Even the original invincible primogenitor is a breakthrough. Failure. Is Zhu confident? If he fails, he will also die, and there is no treasure that can save his life. Chapter 2748 Reaction. The ancestors have lived for too long. He is one of the oldest origin upper realm overlords of the reincarnation Yuan clan. He has already reached one of the 9 awakened origin upper realm overlords, and he has also created many reincarnation supreme supernatural powers. 1. He naturally wants to keep breaking through. 1. Yeah, Zhu has no fear of falling. Even if he is dead, he is dead. For him, promotion to a higher realm and opening up a new path are what he desires most. If the ancestors died, it would be a good thing for us, but what if he succeeded? One after another, the overlords of the upper realm who have awakened or broken the boundaries of their origin 9 times have failed to reach higher realms, but every time they failed. A failure is an accumulation of experience. Maybe this time it will be a success. If he succeeds, our Samsara heavenly clan will be in trouble, and maybe he will be destroyed by him. The origin upper realm overlords of the reincarnation celestial clan are also worried about this problem. If the ancestors succeed in breaking through, it will definitely far surpass the 9 awakened origin upper realm overlords. When the entire reincarnation celestial clan joins forces, it is estimated that none of them belong to the other party, opponent. Therefore, when every overlord of the origin and upper realm hits the realm above the overlord of origin, they will be worried. If possible, it is best to destroy the opponent's impact and let the opponent fail during the impact. But, the Samsara Source clan will definitely do their best to protect the ancestors, so that he can break through with peace of mind, and it is not easy to destroy. Reincarnation of the Source family. A group of origin upper realm overlords who have broken the boundaries of the 9 origins are being arranged. In the depths of a void, a stalwart white figure was sitting cross-legged. He is Juzu. Wow. A figure descends, and it is another origin upper realm overlord who has 9 times the origin boundary, Jia ancestor. Jia Zhu said to Zhu, Zhu, are you really going to break into a higher realm? It's too dangerous. Throughout the ages, no one has made a breakthrough. Ancestor Bai smiled slightly. I don't know of a breakthrough, but there must be a breakthrough. Maybe I'm the one who created the road to a higher realm. Besides, the original ancestor of the eternal other sure didn't make a breakthrough in half a step. Well, even if you die soon, the rules laid out before you die can a euro t be broken even if we join forces. Ida euro s only a half-step breakthrough, and you a euro re about to die. The means of arrangement are so terrifying. Realm, strength is many times stronger than it is now, and you can easily crush yourself to death today. Are you sure? But Zuzu? Jaws asked. No, Zuzu shook his head. I've lived for too long, I've already lived enough, and reaching a higher realm is my only goal. Even if I fail, I will pass on my experience to you before I die. Jia Zhu knew that he could not stop Bai Zhu, so he could only give up. Afterwards, he left here without disturbing Zhu. Outside world, Yi Zhu and other origin overlords who broke the boundary 9 times appeared. Zhu still decided to go to a higher realm, right? Yi Zhu asked. Yes. Jia Zhu nodded. Let's set it up. Set up a large number of magic circles, plus our protection. Even if the Samsara Heavenly Clan and the Samsara Clan join forces, they will be able to resist for a while, and they will not disturb the ancestors. Yi Zhu said. Well, then do it. Ja ancestors. Soon, a group of Origin Upper Realm overlords who broke the boundary of the origin of the 9 times began to get busy. As time passed, the Samsara Origin Clan was gradually arranged, and the Reincarnation Celestial Clan's 9 awakened Origin Upper Realm overlords were also ready to start. Moreover, they contacted the Reincarnation Awkward Clan and wanted to make the Reincarnation Awkward Clan do it as well. However, a Taoist ancestor who broke the boundary of the 9 times said, "We don't want to offend the source of reincarnation. If your Reincarnation Heavenly Clan tries to stop it, then it's up to you to stop it. We'll do it." No matter how the Samsara Celestial Clan persuaded them, they could not say that the Reincarnation Mischief Clan would not move. Forget it, the Reincarnation Clan thinks that they are immortal, so they don't want to get involved. Haha, I really let the ancestors break through, they can seal them all at will, and they can also destroy them and stay in the reincarnation domain. The source imprint of the source, they will have to die by then. Yazoo sneered. However, even if the Reincarnation Clan was unwilling to take action, they still had to stop it as much as possible. After all, in the past, the Reincarnation Celestial Clan's 9 awakened Origins Upper Realm overlords went to attack a better realm, and the Reincarnation Origin Clan also came to stop them. They naturally have to take revenge, otherwise, wouldn't they admit to counseling? A Origin Upper Realm overlord of the Reincarnation Source Clan actually wants to attack the realm above the Origin Upper Realm overlord of the Origin boundary for 9 times. For flowers, Yi Tian knew this information and was extremely surprised. Once the breakthrough fails, you will surely die. Of course, he was also very curious and wanted to go over and take a look. If I go there as a member of the Samsara Celestial Clan, I will definitely be killed. Then I will copy a copy of the Samsara Source Clan's body, and then I will take a closer look. Even if I can't get close, I can get some information in time. Yi Tian muttered. Subsequently, he started duplicating a cloned body of the Samsara Source family, and copied it close to the source domain of Samsara, so that once it was copied, he could go directly to the source domain of Samsara. Not long after, a copy of the body of a Reincarnation Source Clan was copied, and the copy was a fallen Reincarnation Source Clan. After a little camouflage of appearance and breath, you can pass. Such an identity would definitely not be able to withstand the investigation, but during this period, the Samsara Source Clan mainly guarded the Samsara Heavenly Clan and the Samsara Clan, but they would not check the identity of the members of the Samsara Source Clan, they did not have the time to spare. Besides, he just approached the area to watch the excitement, and did not do anything else, so it was unlikely that he would be discovered. Reincarnation Source Domain. Yi Tian's Reincarnation Source Clan cloned his body and came here, then grabbed several slave races, learned about the information, and then sneaked into a city to inquire about the situation. After inquiring again and again, he finally understood the specific situation. According to the information he had obtained, the source of the Reincarnation family was going to attack the higher realm, Visa. The news has also been released, and the place of retreat is located in the Yuyu city in Kayuan domain. Now, the entire city was emptied, and even countless nearby territories were emptied, and a large number of magic circles were placed there to protect it, and no creature was allowed to approach, even the members of the Samsara Source Clan. However, they also projected the picture there to let the members of the Samsara Source Clan know. Of course, the picture is definitely not clear, and it is impossible to project the specific figure of Zhu Zhu, just the picture of that area. The breakthrough process vision will be huge, just look at the projection of an area. After Yi Tian learned about the situation, he stayed in a city to watch the projected corpse. Chapter 2749 Afterwards, Fragments. The place where the ancestors retreated. At this time, there is no living being here. He took a deep breath and began to hit a higher realm with his whole body. The Reincarnation Source Clan is on the road of breaking the boundaries of the source. He has broken the boundaries 9 times, which is already the limit. As for how to reach a higher realm, the seniors of the Reincarnation Source Clan have also tried it, and with the experience of other races, he also has a little insight. If you want to break the shackles of the realm and break through to a higher realm, it is not enough just to have a strong source. You must also have a strong physical body and a strong will of the original realm. Only then can you hope to break through to a higher realm. As a result, he has continued to study these years, and has also created a method that can transform the origin, the flesh, and the will, the 3-body technique. Using the three-body technique, he can transform a part of his origin into the power of his ancestral body and will in a short period of time, and then he can go to a higher realm. Of course, whether he can break through, he is also, 483, unclear. Even, the path he chose to break through is not necessarily the right one. However, he felt that the possibility was higher. Boom! Zuzu used the three-body technique, and swallowed all kinds of incomparably precious and rare resources to make up for the consumption of the source after performing the three-body technique. Soon, his physical body and will have become extremely strong, but this is only temporary, and once the time is up, he will be in an extremely weak state. Then, he took out a secret medicine, which was specially used to break through the bottleneck. It took countless years to help him reach a higher realm. After he swallowed it in one bite, he began to hit a higher realm. Outside world, a reincarnation of the celestial clan, the overlord of the upper realm who had awakened 9 times, broke into this place, trying to stop the ancestors. Boom! The battle has begun. The powerhouses of the reincarnation heavenly clan tried their best to destroy it, but the reincarnation source clan had already made preparations, so it was somewhat difficult to destroy the ancestors to reach a higher realm. And as time goes by, Bizo's breakthrough is slowly progressing. I don't know how long has passed. Crack, the shackles in the dark seem to be torn apart. This gave Biza a glimmer of hope. Could it be that my path is correct? I really want to break through to a higher realm. Biza said excitedly. Next moment, his origin began to change, from the essence. 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. One strand of origin is equivalent to 1,000 strands of origin in the past, and neither quality nor power can be compared to the past. But soon, Zuzu's complexion changed dramatically, his body was crumbling, his will was crumbling, but the source seemed to be improving endlessly, beyond his control. This is simply an abnormal breakthrough. I can't control it, I still failed to break through. Zuzu smiled bitterly. He is now similar to the original ancestor, he belongs to a half-step breakthrough, and is about to fall and die. However, he is not reconciled to such a fall. The supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, the extreme reincarnation / ancestor Bai gathered his source power and aimed at the void. And the power of this blow directly broke through the formations, far exceeding the power of the 9 awakened origin upper realm overlords. Boom! The endless void was completely pierced, and the light of the pole reincarnation / made all the 9 awakened origin upper realm overlords and the origin upper realm overlords who broke the 9 origin boundaries tremble, and they dared not touch a single trace of the light, otherwise they would all shiver. Erased! Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. As if the reincarnation domain was penetrated, a piece of debris fell from the unknown place of the reincarnation domain. And this time, with the power of burning everything, the ancestors spied a trace. I see, Zuzu suddenly realized. Immediately, he waved some of his own insights and traces to the origin overlords of the Samsara Source clan. Immediately afterwards, his body collapsed, and the source turned into an ocean covering this area. And that piece of fragment attracted the attention of one by one the overlords of the primordial upper realm. What is that? Yazoo and the others also saw this piece. Although the ancestors made a half-step breakthrough, their strength reached an incomparably terrifying level, and they could kill them in seconds. But now that the ancestors have fallen, they are naturally afraid. But Zuzu's reincarnation supreme supernatural power, cut to an unknown place, and dropped a piece of debris. This piece of debris must be extremely precious. Grab this shard, Yazoo shouted. Boom! This group of origin upper realm overlords began to fight for this piece of debris. Zuzu really still failed to break through. Yi Tian muttered. For this result, he still expected, but after the half-step breakthrough, the strength displayed by Zuzu is really too terrifying, far beyond his imagination. Even the breath of that blow can kill him many times in seconds. From the projection, a fragment seems to have fallen. What is that fragment? Yi Tian was curious, but unfortunately, the projection is now closed, and he has no way of knowing what is going on there. Have to leave. Yi Tian left this city, and then self-annihilated this duplicate body. In this way, the Samsara Source clan couldn't find anything. Another time passed. Yi Tian's mysterious copy body is waiting for time quietly in the ancient mountain of reincarnation. This day, whoa, a origin overlord who has awakened 9 times has returned, and many of them are injured. Reincarnation in the depths of the ancient mountains. These 9 awakened origin upper realm overlords communicated while healing their wounds. At the cost of the injury, I finally snatch 1/3 of that piece of debris. Yazoo said, this is already very good, After all, the fragment is in the territory of the Samsara Source clan, and they are desperately trying to grab 1/3 of it. If you are unlucky, you won't even want to grab 1/3 of this fragment. What the hell is this fragment? Junzu asked curiously. I don't know. Yazoo shook his head. 5.9, the dick broke through half a step, and in the end he seemed to have found something, and he desperately slashed into the depths of the Samsara realm to cut off this piece of debris, but what did he find? What? I am afraid that only the reincarnation source family knows, they will not tell us. Let's study this fragment first. The other 9 awakened origin overlords said. Immediately, they began to study the fragment. The other side. Reincarnation of the source family. At this time, these origin upper realm overlords who have broken the boundaries of the 9 origins are not in a good mood. After all, the death of a strong man in the origin of Samsara also means that their strength has decreased. More importantly, they all received the information passed on by Zuzu before his death, which not only had the impression of hitting a higher realm, but also included a picture. It was that picture that made them all tremble. Chapter 2750 Rules Beyond the Rules of Reincarnation. The domain of reincarnation is a prison. A group of origin overlords of the Samsara Source clan said bitterly. The picture passed on before the fall of the ancestors was a prison, with endless rules densely covered, turned into a prison and blocked the entire reincarnation domain. No, even the land of the other side of eternity and the ruins of reincarnation are estimated to be part of the interior of the prison. If the reincarnation domain is a prison, then the reason why we can't break through may be because it is restricted. Whoever breaks through will die. Jiazu said helplessly. That's not necessarily true, Yizu said. Zhu broke through half a step and broke a fragment of the prison, proving that this prison is not invincible, and if you can break through half a step, you can break through completely, but if the right path is not found, there is no need to completely despair. At this time, they took out the remaining 2/3 of the pieces. This is the prison fragment. They comprehended silently. This rule. They found that the rules of the prison are above the rules of the reincarnation domain, and they are not the rules of the origin of reincarnation. Whether it is the origin rules of the other side of the eternal land, or the origin rules of reincarnation in the domain of reincarnation 29, they are far less than the rules contained in the prison fragments. If we understand the rules contained in this fragment, can we break through to a higher realm? Jaws said. It's possible. The other origin upper realm overlords said Wei. Unfortunately, there are not many rules in this shard. If we allow us to comprehend it, we may not be able to comprehend it. A primordial upper realm overlord frowned. Whether we create a formation that allows us to spy on the prison, then we can have countless years to comprehend this rule. Yizu said. It's too difficult. The other origin upper realm overlords shook their heads. After the half-step breakthrough, the ancestors could split the reincarnation domain, cut on the prison, and spy on the prison. However, it was only the ancestors who exhausted their strength to spy on this scene. How could they spy on it? If they have a way to spy on it, the strength is definitely comparable to the half-step breakthrough of the ancestors. Yeah, it's too difficult. Creating such a formation is no easier than making a real breakthrough. Jiazu also followed. Then we can only comprehend the rules above this fragment first. Subsequently, they began to silently comprehend the rules in this fragment. On the Samsara Celestial Clan's side, the group of 9-time awakened primordial upper realm overlords are also comprehending the rules on the fragments. But, this kind of rule is too advanced and too difficult to comprehend. Even if they exhaust this piece of debris, they don't even think about comprehending a little bit of fur. And when this group of 9 awakened origin upper realm overlords comprehended the rules on the shards, the news about the shards didn't know where they came from. However, those weak origin upper realm overlords naturally dare not covet fragments. But Yi Tian is extremely interested in this piece of debris, but unfortunately his current strength has not reached the level of the overlord of the 9 awakened origin upper realm, and he has no way to participate. However, by chance, he knew that the Samsara Heavenly Clan had snatched 1/3 of the fragments, and the fragments also contained a special rule. After a period of time, Yi Tian came to visit Yazoo, who had just left the customs, mainly because he wanted to learn some information about the fragments from Yazoo. After coming to Yazoo's palace and chatting with Yazoo for a while, Yi Tian asked, Master Yazoo, it is said that our Samsara Heavenly Clan snatched 1/3 of the fragments from the origin of Samsara. What is the mystery of the fragments cut out from here? Every Samsara Celestial Clan is very curious about the fragments. Of course Yi Tian asked this question without any problem, and it would not cause suspicion. Yazoo smiled and said, If you asked me at the beginning, I would definitely not answer, but now, it's okay to tell you. We don't know what the fragment is, we only know that there are special rules inside. According to our guessing, this fragment should be something outside the reincarnation domain, and that kind of rule is above the reincarnation origin rule. Beyond the rules of the source of reincarnation. Yi Tian was surprised. In this way, this kind of rule is bound to surpass the other side origin rule, because in essence, the other side origin rule is similar to the reincarnation origin rule, and even the reincarnation origin rule is stronger. When he mentioned this kind of rule, he thought of the cracks in the body of the original ancestor, and the rule breath revealed seems to be very special, but like the rootless source, it is also assimilated by the eternal land, there is no transcendence, no reference the value of understanding. But the rules contained in this fragment were called by Yazoo as the source rules beyond the other side of reincarnation, which must be complete rules, not weakened rules. Master Yazoo, can I go to enlightenment? Yi Tian asked. No, Yazoo shook his head. We, the overlords of the 9 awakened primordial upper realm, have gone to comprehend it, but none of us have comprehended it, and the rules contained in it have consumed a lot, and we can't bear to comprehend it again. We have sealed it up and do not allow any members of the Samsara heavenly clan to comprehend enlightenment. Pity. Yi Tian originally wanted to comprehend, and felt that he was really qualified to comprehend with his own position of copying his body. But I didn't expect that there were not many rules left in the fragments. The Samsara heavenly clan was sealed up and not allowed to comprehend. No matter how high his status was, it was useless. Immediately, Yi Tian asked again, Master Yazoo, can this kind of fragments be obtained again? The sub-tribe shook his head. It's definitely not possible, the guys from the Samsara Yuan family will definitely go to 483 enlightenment, but even for an overlord who broke the limit of 9 origins to go to enlightenment, it is useless, will be exhausted. Therefore, it is meaningless to snatch their fragments. As for getting the fragments again, you have to follow the example of the ancestors and complete the semi-breakthrough. If you cut through the domain of reincarnation again, you might be able to get that kind of debris. But sacrificing a 9-time awakened primordial upper realm overlord just to get this little fragment, there is no need for this. Yi Tian thought about it, and also felt that it was a good way. Suddenly, he thought of the original ancestor. How powerful is the first ancestor Yuan? At the level of the overlord of the awakening primordial upper realm, he is invincible. It is conceivable that after the semi-breakthrough of the ancestor, he must be above the semi-breakthrough ancestor. The ancestor of the source half-step broke through and changed the rules of the eternal other side before he died. How terrifying is this strength, and he did not break the eternal other side, take a peek. Perhaps the original ancestor did the same thing as the ancestor before he died, and maybe he also obtained this kind of fragments, or even more, but the overlord of the primordial upper realm in the other side of eternity was too weak to take those treasures at that time. Not even close to the flesh. Yi Tian guessed so. If this is the case, after his strength is improved, he may be able to enter the physical world of the ancestors again and find possible fragments. Chapter 2751 Reincarnation Ziwan. If you want to enter the world of the ancestors, you must pass the Hurricane Sea to enter the treasure world in the body of the ancestors, and during this period, there is a very terrifying rule force in the world of the ancestors in the body. The rule world is wiped out, and you must have extremely powerful strength to resist that power. 1. Yi Tian secretly said, and he doesn't have that power yet. However, once his cultivation base entered the 6th balance, even if he did not reach the strength of the 9th awakened origin upper realm overlord, he would not be too far behind. At that time, he may be able to ignore the power of Hurricane Sea, but he is not sure whether he can survive in the world of treasure in the body of the ancestor, and he can only try it. The next goal is to raise the cultivation base to the 6th balance, and it is best to create a defense-type reincarnation supreme supernatural power. Yi Tian thought so. However, this requires him to copy the second door of Auchen's body, the highest reincarnation supernatural power, the reincarnation technique, and after creating this supernatural power of reincarnation, he will create a defensive type of reincarnation supernatural power. I'm about to create this reincarnation supreme supernatural power. Yi Tian secretly said. After all, he has already created a supreme supernatural power of reincarnation. With experience and insights, he does not understand anything like he did at the beginning, so he can create it faster. Sure enough, it was another 10 million primordial era years later. Yi Tian finally created the reincarnation technique, so that any of his cloned bodies can use this reincarnation supreme supernatural power, but it consumes more and the power is smaller, but it is still the reincarnation supreme supernatural power. In the following years, Yi Tian consumed all kinds of resources, and his cultivation was gradually improving. However, from the 5th balance to the 6th balance, it takes too much resources and time. Even for him, it is difficult to improve to the limit of the 5th balance. Then, he roamed all kinds of treasures in the dark realm of reincarnation, collected various resources, and handed them over to his own replica body, which was used to improve the cultivation of the replica body. But it is impossible to break through in a short period of time, and it takes a long time to improve. After all, his current combat power is invincible among the 8 awakened origin upper realm overlords, which is equal to the 8 awakened origin upper realm overlords improving their cultivation, which is naturally not easy. Like those origin upper realm overlords who have awakened 8 times, which one does not use infinite years to improve a little bit of strength, it is naturally impossible to quickly break through. After 80 million primordial era, the resources obtained from the dark domain of reincarnation are almost consumed. Yi Tian muttered, so many resources, many of which are priceless treasures, were consumed by him as a result. And his cultivation base still has not reached the limit of the 5th balance. It can be seen how much resources are consumed by taking the 4th path, but the strength is really strong. At this time, he was thinking about how to get more resources. The reincarnation heavenly clan has absolutely a lot of resources, but it is impossible for the samsara heavenly clan to provide me with unlimited resources. Yi Tian knew that he couldn't rely on the samsara heavenly clan, and he had to find a way to obtain more resources. Moreover, ordinary resources are useless to him, and must be extremely precious resources to be valuable. And after Yi Tian's constant inquiries, he finally knew that there is an incomparably precious resource treasure in the dark territory of samsara. The value of the treasure inside is incomparably high, and to a certain extent, it is even better than the resources bred within the ancestors. However, the interior of this treasure land is also very dangerous. A maximum of 7 awakened primordial upper realm overlords are allowed to enter, and 8 awakened primordial upper realm overlords can enter if they use special means, but their strength will be suppressed a lot, and their true strength cannot be exerted. This treasure is the reincarnation Ziwan in the dark realm of reincarnation. Reincarnation Ziwan is very dangerous, and many members of Reincarnation Heavenly Clan died in it. Over time, not many Reincarnation Heavenly Ancestor members have entered here. Occasionally, only some Samsara Heavenly Clan members who have been trapped in the Overlord realm of the 7 awakenings for a long time will venture into this place, or they may be trapped in the reincarnation of the limit of 8 awakenings. The members of the Celestial Clan, who want to break through to the realm of the 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlord, will suppress their strength and take a chance. Wow, Reincarnation Ziwan entrance. Yi Tian came here, and strands of purple light spread out from here, forming a purple light that spanned endless time and space, which was truly beautiful. But such a beautiful picture represents danger. If an ordinary origin upper realm overlord tries to touch it, he will be sucked in by Samsara Ziwan directly, and he will not be able to get out. Only 5 awakened origin upper realm overlords will have the strength to come out, otherwise they will be trapped in the reincarnation Ziwan. Unexpected, a group of powerful creatures rushed out from the reincarnation Ziwan. However, a terrifying formation force directly killed this group of creatures. The creatures of Samsara Ziwan can come out, but the Samsara Heavenly Clan has set up a formation here, and also dispatched strong men. Once a Samsara Ziwan creature rushes out, they will be killed directly. Yi Tian secretly said. At this time, a figure appeared in front of Yi Tian. Ouchen, you want to go into the Ziwan of Samsara? Appearing in front of Yi Tian is a 9-time awakened origin upper realm overlord of the Samsara Heaven clan, who has been sitting here all the time. I have seen Master Poison Ancestor, I want to go in and try it. Yi Tian said, Ouchen, you are the peerless genius of our reincarnation celestial clan. It's too dangerous to enter here. Even if the reincarnation treasure is given to you in the clan, it may not be able to protect you. Poison Ancestor said. Master Poison Ancestor, I have enough strength to ensure my own safety. Yi Tian knew very well that if he didn't show a little strength, he wouldn't even want to go in. Strength? You've only awakened 5 times, so what kind of strength can you have? Poison Ancestor said solemnly. In desperation, Yi Tian said, Poison Ancestor, I can burst out the battle power of 8 awakenings. You can show the power of 8 awakenings. Poison Ancestor naturally didn't believe it. However, take over the strength and fight against each other. Of course, he could not be the opponent of Poison Ancestor, he was just showing his strength. Boom! Yi Tian used the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, the Spear of Ruin Tian, a and hid his strength, only showing the attacking power of the 8-time awakened origin upper realm overlord. I see. Poison Ancestor easily blocked Yi Tian's attack with one hand, but showed an unbelievable look. It's really the 8 awakening combat power. This time, he completely believed in Yi Tian's strength. Moreover, after Yi Tian performed reincarnation rebirth, his speed was incomparably fast, and with the addition of life-saving things, as long as such strength did not go deep into reincarnation Ziwan, there was absolutely no danger to his life. Chapter 2752 Entering the Depths of the Reincarnation Ziwan. Ouchin, I won't stop you from entering the purple abyss of samsara, but you must not enter the depths of the purple abyss of samsara. It is extremely dangerous there. Even if you have 8 awakening battle strengths, you are very likely to fall. Besides, your 8 awakening battles are very likely to fall. The power relies on the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, and the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation consumes too much, but there is no way to fight for a long time. 1. Poison Ancestor said. Master Poison Ancestor, I know. Yi Tian ostensibly agreed, but he definitely wouldn't do it. Once he entered the reincarnation Ziwan, Poison Ancestor could not stop him. Subsequently, he directly entered the reincarnation Ziwan and disappeared. Reincarnation Ziwan. Yi Tian came in, surrounded by purple light. This purple light shines on the body, and it feels a little hot. This purple light is very lethal, but it is not a threat to the powerful primordial upper realm overlord. Yi Tian moved forward slowly, and then found a cave in Samsara Ziwan. Reincarnation Ziwan is an abyss terrain, there are many caves on the periphery, and it is a downward terrain, the further down you go, the closer you get to the depths of reincarnation Ziwan. Yi Tian set up a formation in this cave to block the breath, and then began to copy the second Ouchin copy body. Soon, the second Ouchin copy body was copied. Swish. Yi Tian, a euro the mysterious dust-copying body, left and continued to explore the reincarnation Ziwan. He didn't waste time on the periphery. Although 483 said that there were a lot of resources in the periphery, these resources didn't help him very much. He needed the kind of very top-notch resources, which can only be nurtured in the depths of Samsara Ziwan. Soon, Yi Tian encountered the creatures in the Ziwan of Samsara. Boom! Purple creatures emerged, all of them showing an extremely powerful breath. The number is about 13, the weakest is estimated to be comparable to the primordial upper realm overlord who has awakened 4 times, and the most powerful of them is already comparable to the 7 awakenings. The origin of the upper realm hegemony. For the general 7 awakened origin upper realm overlords, facing these purple creatures must be a tough battle. But Yi Tian ignored them. A euro Ziyang Ruins Beast a euro. Yi Tian spied their information and moved on. Just when these Ziyang Ruins beasts attacked him, he waved casually. Bang bang, CJFJ, bang. The bodies of these Ziyang Ruins beasts shattered one after another, turned into countless fragments, and were killed by Yi Tian casually. However, as Yi Tian went deeper, he encountered more and more Ziyang Ruins beasts. This reincarnation Ziwan is too terrifying. There are so many creatures comparable to the primordial upper realm overlords placed on the other side of eternity. There is no such place at all. The key is that these reincarnation Ziwan creatures can still go out, and only the reincarnation heavenly clan can suppress them. And, even if the reincarnation Ziwan creature is killed, it is estimated that it will be easy to breed, otherwise there will not be so many creatures. Because Yi Tian came across all the way, the speed was very fast, and it didn't take long to approach the depths of the reincarnation Ziwan. Wow! The surroundings became dim, and purple pupils appeared one after another, staring at Yi Tian one after another. Finally some big guys are here. In an instant, a giant purple dragon slaughtered towards Yi Tian. It can be seen from the copying talent that this group of creatures is a family of purple Lin giant dragons, and all of them have reached the limit of 7 awakenings. Their strength can be regarded as a very top existence among the 7 awakenings, and the number has reached 10, above. It can be said that the other 7 awakened origin upper realm overlords of the reincarnation celestial clan would have to be besieged and killed soon. Die. Yi Tian held the reincarnation arcana long spear, and with a single blow, countless marksmanship swept through time and space, pierced through these purple Lin giant dragons one after another, and smashed them to death. And at the moment when these purple Lin giant dragons were slaughtered, a terrifying aura erupted. Outsiders, you are courting death. A giant purple dragon that drilled out from the depths of time and space crossed over, and every time it moved, it caused time and space to oscillate, and every scale contained infinite mysteries. This is not an ordinary Zealand giant dragon, but a Zealand giant dragon that has reached the level of the 8th awakened origin upper realm overlord, and it is not the usual 8 awakened primordial upper realm hegemony combat power. Yi Tian was naturally not afraid of this purple Lin giant dragon, and directly used the reincarnation technique to kill the opponent. Boom. One person and one dragon fight. At the beginning, Yi Tian did not use the spear of reincarnation to the high supernatural power ruins, but he also possessed the combat power of the top 8 awakened primordial upper realm overlord, completely crushing this purple Lin giant dragon. I saw that the scales on this purple Lin giant dragon were constantly shattering, and a large amount of blood splashed out and spilled into the void. Gradually, the injury of this purple dragon is getting more and more serious. Almost. Yi Tian used the spear of Ruin Tian, a euro directly piercing his head, killing him completely. Afterwards, he put away the corpses of these purple dragons. These creatures are full of treasures. They can be used to refine secret medicines to train members of Tianshan Pavilion. They can even be refined to change the foundation of the human race, weapons, etc. In a word, this kind of origin upper realm overlord level creature is simply invaluable to those weak creatures. Yi Tian disliked it, but kept it for Tianshan Pavilion and the human race. The front is the deep territory of reincarnation purple source. Continue to copy a duplicate body near here. If it falls, it is easy to replenish. Afterwards, he also found a cave nearby, and quickly duplicated a duplicate body as a preparation. That's it. Yi Tian directly broke into the depths of Samsara Ziwan. The more terrifying purple light shone, even Yi Tian felt a little uncomfortable. Moreover, this kind of suppression is very powerful, and it is difficult to perceive how far it is. In the dark, danger comes at any time. Unexpected. A creature whose strength was comparable to the top 8 awakened origin upper realm overlord level appeared, and it was eyeing Yi Tian. A illusionary snake euro. This kind of creature is in the semi-revealing state, its body does not seem to be strong, but its will is extremely terrifying, its eyes staring at Yi Tian, a euro as if to smash Yi Tian's will. Similar to the origin upper realm overlord who takes the third path, it is based on will. Yi Tian secretly said, boom, an illusory world appeared in an instant, to suppress Yi Tian. At the same time, a terrifying force seemed to penetrate Yi Tian's body and smash his origin realm will. This is the attack method of the Wanju snake. At this time, Yi Tian no longer hides his strength, his whole body bursts with breath, and he displays the 2 supreme supernatural powers of reincarnation and the spear of Ruin Tian. Puff! The spear of Zushin penetrated the body of the Wanju snake, and his origin realm will was also injured by the opponent's will attack. Chapter 2753 Reincarnation Purple Gold Centipede. Not dead. Yi Tian thought that this blow could kill the Wanju snake, but he didn't expect to kill it. But he also knew why he didn't kill this illusory ruined snake. Its body is indeed weak and vulnerable, but the opponent's body is not the most important thing, the will is the most important thing, and piercing the body is not fatal. If the opponent's will cannot be wiped out, it will be difficult to kill him. This is the particularity of the Wanju snake. The strength of the Wanju snake is very powerful, even if the top 8 awakened origin upper realm overlord encounters it, it will not be an opponent, and will even be killed by it. Yi Tian thought to himself. But, he thinks that he can still kill the Wanju snake, after all, he can master the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation and the supreme treasure of reincarnation. Kill. Yi Tian and Wanju snake kept fighting, hurting Wanju snake again and again, but his own will was also hurt by the other side. It's a pity that there is no reincarnation supreme divine ability of the defense class, otherwise the Wanju snake will not be able to hurt me. Yi Tian secretly said. After a period of fighting, this illusory ruined snake was killed by Yi Tian. However, his injuries are not light, mainly because of his will, but his physical body is not injured. And the wound of will, there are some troubles to recover. It doesn't matter, if it will take a long time to slowly repair the wound of the will, this copy body will be like this. If it really can't bear it, then change to a copy body. Yi Tian thought to himself. After killing this Wanju snake, Yi Tian found all kinds of strange transparent crystal beads from the Wanju snake. He refined a transparent crystal bead, and initially judged that these transparent crystal beads would help to temper the will of the origin realm. It's a good thing, let's call it Phantom Market Crystal Pearl. Yi Tian collected these illusion crystal beads, and then searched for resources in this area. This should be the territory of this phantom snake, otherwise, it would not have fought for so long without other creatures to support it. Afterwards, Yi Tian looked for resources in this area. It didn't take long for him to find something good. Ruin's mushroom vine. Yi Tian saw this emerald green vine, and his heart was extremely excited. The Ruin mushroom vine is a very rare treasure. He has only seen it in the treasure illustrations of the Samsara heavenly clan. This is a treasure that even the 8 awakened origin upper realm overlords yearn for. Ruin's mushroom vines can be ground into powder and fused with the water of reincarnation to form a special Ruin mushroom vine liquid, which can greatly improve the cultivation of origin upper realm overlords, and has a great effect on the 8 awakening origin upper realm overlords. Effect: tempering the fleshly body, improving the source, and even tempering the will of the source realm to a small extent. Moreover, the Ruin mushroom vine can be combined with several rare resources to refine the first secret medicine of the Samsara celestial clan, Samsara realm breaking pill. The reincarnation breaking pill is a successful research by countless members of the Samsara heavenly clan. It can guarantee a 90% chance of breaking through to the realm of the 8th awakened primordial upper realm overlord after 7 awakenings. The realm hegemon has a chance to break through to the realm of the 9 awakenings. Don't underestimate this chance, it's already a very high chance. On the other side of eternity, the 8th awakened origin upper realm overlords are extremely eager to become the 9th awakened origin upper realm overlords, but they have no hope of breaking through, and they all stay in the 8th awakened origin upper realm overlord realm. Certainly, the reincarnation breaking pill is only suitable for the reincarnation celestial clan. It is useless to the reincarnation source clan, and it is naturally useless to the origin upper realm overlord of the eternal other land. At most, it can be used to improve cultivation. But it can also be seen from this that the Ruin mushroom vine is really rare and of high value. It's mine. Yi Tian took this Ruin mushroom vine directly, then left here and handed it over to other cloned bodies. Only in this way is insurance, otherwise the replica body of the expedition will fall, and the resources found may really be gone. In the following days, Yi Tian found a lot of good things here. €1 infinite Sunda Stony €1. €1 Linlong gold liquid €1. €1 Typhon gold sap €1. Yi Tian found all kinds of resources that were rare and made the overlord of the 8th awakening origin upper realm have to fight for his life. If these resources are given to him, it is enough to quickly improve his cultivation, but if he wants to attack the overlord of the upper realm of the 9 awakened origin, it is still a little worse. Therefore, he still needs to continue to explore the depths of reincarnation Ziwan. Afterwards, he continued to go deep into the depths of the Ziwan of Samsara, and soon encountered a more terrifying creature. Ask for flowers. Boom. A centipede with countless legs appeared in Yi Tian's perception. €1 reincarnation purple centipede €1. The aura of this centipede is terrifying, even more terrifying than the previous phantom snake. Although its cultivation base did not reach the realm of the 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlord, it was not too far behind, it was much stronger than the 8th awakened primordial upper realm overlord. The key is that this reincarnation purple gold centipede has awakened the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation. Boom. The reincarnation purple gold centipede spit out countless poisonous mists, turning into weird hands and penetrating the void. Yi Tian tried to disperse the hands of these poisonous mists, but was still injured by them. I saw that his body was corroded a little by the poisonous mist, but he still used the Spear of Ruins to injure the reincarnation purple gold centipede. Boom. The two sides kept fighting, and no one escaped. Yi Tian's copy body was constantly corroded and collapsed by the poisonous mist, but he also hurt the Samsara purple centipede with all his strength. But in the end, his complex body still passed. This replica body has fallen. Another clone muttered. This reincarnation purple gold centipede is a terrifying cultivator, and it also possesses the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, and it is normal that its combat power is higher than his. No wonder the Samsara heavenly clan did not dare to attack the Samsara Ziwan. Even if the overlord of the upper realm of the 9 awakened origins can enter here, but the cultivation base is suppressed to the realm of the overlord of the upper realm of the 7 awakened origins, the reincarnation purple gold centipede will still be there. Kill it, Yi Tian thought to himself. Therefore, even if the Samsara celestial clan does not hesitate at all costs, they can't flatten the Samsara Ziwan, they can only block the Samsara Ziwan and prevent the creatures from the Samsara Ziwan from coming out. The reincarnation purple gold centipede should not be the most powerful creature in the reincarnation Ziwan. The creatures in the back must be even more powerful, but once they are killed, there will definitely be a lot of gains. At this moment, Yi Tian wanted to kill this reincarnation purple gold centipede, and it was very hopeful. He had already injured this reincarnation purple gold centipede before, and now he can continue to attack this reincarnation purple gold centipede without giving it a chance to heal its corpse. Chapter 2754 came out, Big Gain. Soon, Yi Tian's second cloned body came to the site of the reincarnation purple gold centipede again. At this time, the samsara purple gold centipede appeared again, and after seeing Yi Tian, it showed a shocked expression. Why didn't you die? Reincarnation purple gold centipede is still somewhat wise, and is very puzzled that Yi Tian is not dead. However, Yi Tian wouldn't explain to it, and directly killed the opponent. Boom! With the passage of time, Yi Tian's cloned body could no longer hold up again, but this reincarnation purple gold centipede was also severely injured. Die! The reincarnation purple gold centipede once again urged reincarnation to the highest supernatural power, and countless purple poisonous mist hands penetrated Yi Tian's body, killing the severely injured Yi Tian. But Yi Tian, this replica body, exhausted all the strength before dying and burst out. The Spear of Ruined Sky also made his injuries more serious. After the reincarnation purple gold centipede, 483, killed Yi Tian's duplicate body, he was ready to return to his old nest to recover from his injuries. However, another copy of Yi Tian's body came. Seeing this scene, it was completely dumbfounded. It doesn't want to kill Yi Tian anymore and is ready to escape. However, Yi Tian used the reincarnation technique to chase after him, easily catching up with the reincarnation purple gold centipede. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian continued to fight with this reincarnation purple gold centipede. The severely wounded samsara purple gold centipede was naturally no longer Yi Tian's opponent, and was quickly killed by Yi Tian. This reincarnation purple gold centipede is really hard to kill. Yi Tian thought to himself. Afterwards, he searched for treasure resources in the site of the reincarnation purple gold centipede. There are really many resources here, all kinds of precious resources have been discovered by Yi Tian, and a reincarnation purple gold vein has been found in the old nest of the reincarnation purple gold centipede. This kind of reincarnation purple gold is also the material that can be used to refine the reincarnation treasure, and how precious a ore vein is, it can refine many reincarnation treasures. It can be said that this reincarnation purple gold ore vein alone is enough to make the reincarnation heavenly clan go crazy. Yi Tian took some time to mine this reincarnation purple gold ore vein, and then sent it to other replica bodies. After a period of time, Yi Tian had almost found the resources on the site of the reincarnation Zijin centipede, and was ready to continue to go deep into the depths of the reincarnation Ziwan. Next, he encountered several creatures whose strength was no less than the reincarnation purple gold centipede. All of them sacrificed a copy of their body before they were severely injured, and then they were killed to obtain a large amount of resources. Reincarnation in the depths of Ziwan. Yi Tian came to an incomparably quiet place. At this time, there was a dangerous aura from somewhere. He knew it was bound to be extremely dangerous here. Suddenly, a black giant ape appeared, and the other party's hair was very long. The whole body seemed to be wrapped in countless black hairs. From the outside, it looked more like a fluffy thing. But Yi Tian saw it clearly, this is a black giant ape. In an instant, the black giant ape slapped it. Yi Tian wanted to urge the reincarnation technique to escape, but this palm directly blocked the surrounding area, and even Yi Tian couldn't get rid of the blockade, so he could only watch this palm come. Euro purple abyss black apay euro. This is the information Yi Tian spied on. Click. This copy of Yi Tian's body was directly smashed by a palm without any backhand strength. It's too terrifying. That Ziwan Heiyuan is definitely the overlord of the 9 awakened primordial upper realm, and it's not an ordinary 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlord. At this level it is estimated to be the top 1. Yi Tian said with emotion. Such a origin upper realm overlord, even if he tried to provoke countless times, he was slapped to death by a slap. Explore other places and avoid this area, Yi Tian decided. Subsequently, Yi Tian began to explore other areas, and once he encountered a creature comparable to the overlord of the 9 awakened primordial upper realm, he simply chose to give up. No way, his current strength is too far behind the 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlord. Compared with the 8-time awakened primordial upper realm overlord and the 9-time awakened primordial upper realm overlord, the difference in strength is simply a world of difference. The gap between the two is simply bigger than the gap between the 5 awakened origin upper realm overlord and the 8th awakened origin upper realm overlord. Not to mention a clone body, even if all clone bodies are united, the battle formation is far from being an opponent. Before you know it, dozens of primordial era years have passed. Yi Tian has been staying in the reincarnation Ziwan, and the reincarnation heavenly clan is also extremely worried. He has also called many times. Yi Tian replied one by one, which made them breathe a sigh of relief. Finally this day, Yi Tian is about to leave the Ziwan of Samsara. He has already obtained a huge amount of resources from Ziwan of Samsara, and he has offended several creatures who are comparable to the overlords of the 9 awakened primordial realm, clan members. After all, Yi Tian had killed a lot of 8 awakened primordial upper realm overlords this time, so naturally he couldn't hide it. Then, Yi Tian is ready to run. Wow, a figure flew out from Samsara Ziwan, and it was Yi Tian. After coming out, he breathed a sigh of relief. In a short period of time, Samsara Ziwan should not be able to go. Yi Tian secretly said. Not long after Yi Tian came out, several origin upper realm overlord creatures comparable to the 9 awakenings brought a large number of creatures to slaughter the members of the Samsara celestial clan on the periphery of Samsara Ziwan, leaving none of them, and trying to rush out. Boom! Poison Ancestor and other 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlords took action to suppress, and spent a little time suppressing this group of reincarnation Ziwan creatures. Reincarnation of ancient mountains. Yazoo and the others are discussing the reincarnation of Ziwan. Reincarnation Ziwan just broke out, and a group of creatures rushed out, and the dozen or so 7 awakened primordial upper realm and 1/8 awakened primordial upper realm overlord who stayed inside all fell. Ya 5.9 Zhu said. Such a loss was not small and made him a little annoyed. Aochen okay? Junzu asked. Aochen is fine. Yazoo shook his head. He rushed out in time, it should be relatively close to the exit, so it's fine. However, the initiator was Yi Tian. If they knew, they would be absolutely pissed off. Next, no members of the reincarnation celestial clan are allowed to enter the reincarnation Ziwan. These 9 awakened origin overlords issued this order. And Yi Tian was also instructed, but he didn't care anymore, he wouldn't go anyway. This time the recovery is too big. Yi Tian is very excited. After a while, he prepared to give all the resources to his real body to duplicate his body. There is no need to continue to improve quickly with this Aochen duplicate body, just practice slowly. Chapter 2755 Refining the Reincarnation Breakthrough Pill. Years have passed, and another time has passed. At this time, the influence of the riot in the distance from the reincarnation of Ziwan gradually passed. Yi Tian's Aochen copying body also cultivated honestly, so naturally it didn't attract much attention. This day, his cloned body took the resources from the reincarnation Ziwan to the crack passage in the Wusho abyss, wandering around during the period, making sure that no one of the origin upper realm overlords followed. In fact, with his current cultivation strength, even if the overlord of the 9 awakened primordial upper realm followed him, he would be able to detect a trace. Arrive. Yi Tian entered the Wusho abyss, handed over the resources to the real body to replicate the body, and then returned to the dark realm of reincarnation. Tiantian Pavilion. Yi Tian brought these resources back and was in a good mood. So many resources are enough for me to quickly upgrade to the limit of the 5th balance. Yi Tian muttered. He estimated that he could probably raise his cultivation base to the limit of the 5th balance in 100 million years of the primordial era. Such a speed is already extremely terrifying. After all, the 100 million primordial era is not a very long time for the 8 awakened origin supreme overlord, it is just a retreat. 29. Next, we will work hard to cultivate, raise the cultivation base to the 5th balance limit, and then hit the 6th balance. The following days. This copy of Yi Tian's body is closed and self-cultivation to improve his cultivation, while the other copies of the body are devoted to creating the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation. Although his true copy body has created 2 supreme supernatural powers of reincarnation and reincarnation, but only 2 supernatural powers of reincarnation are not enough. Like the reincarnation celestial clan's 9 awakened origin upper level overlords, almost all of them have created several reincarnation supreme supernatural powers, although they are not awakened reincarnation supreme supernatural powers, but if there are a large number of them, they can still make up for the shortcomings in various aspects and make themselves very terrifying. Combat power. Moreover, after the 9th awakening of the primordial upper realm overlord, how terrifying his own energy is, the consumption of 1 reincarnation supreme supernatural power is very small, and he can fight for a long time. Therefore, the more reincarnation supreme supernatural powers, the better. Fortunately, Yi Tian has awakened 2 supreme supernatural powers of reincarnation, and created 2 supreme supernatural powers of reincarnation. With a lot of insights, it would not be too difficult to create the 3rd supreme supernatural power of reincarnation. If 100 million primordial era years are not enough, then 200 million primordial era years. However, he felt that he should be able to create the third door of reincarnation, supreme supernatural power, within 100 million years of the primordial era. The years that followed were peaceful and nothing major happened. On the other side of eternity, at most some forces fought each other, resulting in local wars, but none of them could affect the Tiantian Pavilion and the human race. After all, with Yi Tian in charge, who would dare to provoke them? On the contrary, some origin upper realm overlords came to visit Yi Tian, but they were all rejected on the grounds that Yi Tian was in seclusion. 10 million primordial era, 20 million primordial era, 50 million primordial era, time flies. Before you know it, the 100 million primeval era is about to pass. This day, after Yi Tian swallowed a treasure resource, his cultivation base finally reached the limit of the fifth balance. Finally reached the fifth balance limit. Yi Tian was excited. The strength has not improved much, but when he reaches the fifth balance limit, he is qualified to hit the sixth balance. Ruins of reincarnation. Yi Tian picked a quiet place, ready to strike the balance for the sixth time here. The sixth balance is definitely not a one-time breakthrough. He also needs a long time to try, and the breakthrough process may cause damage to the surrounding area, so he did not break through in Tiantian Pavilion. He first took out the three-source secret medicine in the past, cooperated with some resources to assist breakthrough, and made the first impact. Result: failed. The bottleneck from the fifth balancing to the sixth balancing was too strong, and his breakthrough did not even shake at all. The 8 awakened origin upper realm overlords in Eternal Beyond have not broken through for countless years, and even the 8 awakened origin upper realm overlords of the reincarnation heavenly clan want to break the shackles. It's so easy to break. Yi Tian muttered. It seems that we have to study the new three-source secret medicine, and we have to refine the samsara boundary breaking pill. He owns a lot of ruins mushroom vine. After collecting other materials, he can refine the samsara realm breaking pill. Although the samsara realm breaking pill only has the effect of impacting the reincarnation celestial clan for the 9 awakening primordial upper realm overlords. But what he cultivates is the body of Samsara Haoshan, and he has a part of the physique of the Samsara celestial clan, and the samsara boundary breaking pill should also be of some use to him. In short, if you can help break through, you have to give it a try. My copy body will first slowly study the three-source secret medicine, Auchin copy body will collect other materials, and then try to refine the samsara boundary breaking pill. Subsequently, Auchina S copy body began to collect other materials needed for the samsara boundary pill in the Samsara Heavenly Clan, but he was soon discovered by the Samsara Heavenly Clan. Because these kinds of materials are all resources that the Samsara Heaven Clan prohibits from flowing out and trading, they are very rare. Yi Tian tried to collect them, and Yazoo and the others naturally knew it. Reincarnation of Ancient Mountains. Contact Yi Tian. Auchin, do you want to refine the samsara boundary breaking pill? You are too far away from the 9 awakened origin overlord, there is no need to rush to collect it. 483 inches. Azu asked. Yi Tian hurriedly said. Master Yazoo, last time I found a small piece of ruins mushroom vine by chance, so I wanted to gather other materials and try to refine it. I can't use it now, but maybe it will be useful in the future. Okay, try it, you can exchange other materials in the ancient mountain of reincarnation. Yazoo said. The ruins mushroom vine is extremely rare, and other materials are not uncommon, but they are all monopolized by the senior leaders of the Samsara Heaven Clan, so it is not easy to collect. Thank you, Lord Yazoo. Yi Tian said. Soon, he exchanged a lot of resources from the ancient mountain of reincarnation, and collected the materials for refining the reincarnation pill. Afterwards, he began to refine the samsara boundary breaking pill. Reincarnation breaking pill is not difficult to refine, it is just that the pill recipe and materials are difficult to obtain, but now they are all gathered. Therefore, he quickly refined the samsara boundary breaking pill. 6 reincarnation pills. This is the number of samsara realm breaking pill refined by Yi Tian. It's not that he doesn't want to continue refining, but that other materials are exhausted. I can't continue to exchange materials, otherwise it will easily arouse the suspicion of the Samsara Celestial Clan. 6 samsara boundary breaking pills should be almost enough. When you really need to break through, take the samsara boundary breaking pill. 1. Yi Tian muttered. Chapter 2756 Re-entry into the world of the ancestral treasure land. The other side. Yi Tian is also constantly researching new three-source secret medicines, and the materials used are incomparably precious. After trying again and again, he has finally developed a brand new 3-source secret medicine, which is of great help to breakthroughs. After a lot of preparations, he was ready to hit the 6th balance realm again. After deduction, he estimated that his success rate in breaking through the 6th balance was between 20% and 30%. The success rate is not high, but not low either. Soon, he started to break through, and took out a reincarnation breakthrough pill. Eat it all. Yi Tian swallowed the samsara realm breaking pill, the brand new 3-source secret medicine, and several resource treasures that were helpful for breakthrough, and only then did he start to hit the 6th balance realm. Click. The bottleneck seemed to be cracked a little, but he still failed to break through. After the breakthrough failed, his body continued to crack, and even his origin was affected. It will take a long time for this duplicate body to recover, so just replace it with a duplicate body. Yi Tian directly annihilated the cloned body that failed to break through, then summed up his experience and found out the reason for the failure to break through. After a period of time, he began to hit the 6th stage of balance. That's it. Yi Tian began to try again and again, constantly looking for failed experiences. Finally this day, Yi Tian completed the breakthrough. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Yi Tian's bottleneck was torn apart, officially breaking through to the 6th balance. His samsara Ho-Ocean body, samsara Ho-Ocean source, and origin will are all rapidly transforming and improving, and the 3 forces are more integrated. This transformation lasted for millions of primordial era, and this is the end. Breakthrough. Yi Tian was very excited. His current strength is much stronger than in the past, and the 6th balance is much stronger than the 5th balance. But, I should not be the opponent of the 9 awakened origin upper realm overlord. Yi Tian estimated, the span from the 5th balance to the 6th balance is not as big as the 8 awakenings to the 9 awakenings. Of course, he estimates that he has about 1/2 of the strength of the 9-time awakened origin upper realm overlord, and he has the hope of escaping from the 9 awakened origin upper realm overlord. But if he encounters the top 9 awakened origin upper realm overlords, there is still no hope of escaping. I still have to improve my strength. If I create a few more reincarnation supernatural powers, and then raise the cultivation base to the limit of the 6th balance, maybe I won't be afraid of the normal 9-time awakened origin high realm overlord. Yi Tian muttered. Road. However, if Yi Tian dispatched several copies of his body to besiege an ordinary 9-time awakened primordial upper realm overlord, he would definitely not fall behind. That is to say, Yi Tian is now completely unafraid of the ordinary 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlord. After the breakthrough in the cultivation base, Yi Tian found that it was a little easier for him to create the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation. At this time, he also finally created the 3rd gate of reincarnation supreme supernatural power. This reincarnation supreme divine ability is a defensive type reincarnation supreme divine ability. Once activated, the body will become extremely tough, and the defense power will increase many times. Yi Tian named this reincarnation supreme supernatural power as Samsara Vajra body. This time I created the Samsara Vajra body, my life-saving ability has greatly increased, and my combat effectiveness has also been greatly improved, and there is no weak defect. Yi Tian muttered, certainly, it is still not enough to have 3 supreme supernatural powers of reincarnation, and he has to continue to create more supernatural powers of reincarnation. Of course, the cultivation base still has to be improved. If his cultivation level is upgraded to the 7th balance, he can definitely reach the level of the 9th awakened origin upper realm overlord, such as the combat power of the original ancestor. Original ancestor, it's time to go there. Yi Tian muttered. He is going to enter the treasure land world in the body of the original ancestor, and if he enters there at this time, even the overlord of the upper realm of the 8 awakenings will have to fall. However, Yi Tian felt that he still had hope to survive. Wow, he tore the barriers at will, entered the ruins of Samsara, and headed to the Hurricane Sea. Soon, Hurricane Sea arrived. The last time it came, Hurricane Sea had subsided, and there was not a single hurricane. But at this moment, the roar of the hurricane here affects infinite time and space. The hurricane of the Hurricane Sea is a hurricane blown from the mouth of the original ancestor. It contains a strange power. It can kill even the overlord of the upper realm after the 8 awakenings, but it should not kill me now. Yi Tian muttered. He went straight into the Hurricane Sea without hesitation. Boom! The hurricane of the Hurricane Sea kept scraping Yi Tian's body, it was very painful, but he resisted. Sure enough, with my current strength far surpassing the 8th awakened primordial upper realm overlord, Hurricane Sea really can't kill me. Yi moved slowly, the mouth of the former ancestral treasure world. Unlike the last time I came, the entrance was very calm last time, but at this moment it is extremely dangerous, with hurricanes blowing one after another, enough to kill any 8-time awakened origin upper realm overlord. Samsara diamond body. Yi Tian motivated the reincarnation supreme supernatural power, and then broke into this entrance. He is very aware that the world of the treasure land in the ancestor's body is extremely risky. The cloned body he stayed here last time was pinched to death by a kind of rule power, and now he will inevitably encounter this rule power. I don't know if this rule power is the same as the rule power in the shard of reincarnation domain. Yi Tian was very curious about this. Wow, under the protection of the reincarnation Vajra body, Yi Tian passed through this entrance and nothing happened. And just after entering, the power of the rules seems to have turned into a hand and pinched him. As the money good Kacha, Yi Tian's body seemed to be making noises, and even the Samsara Vajra body couldn't bear it anymore. I was killed in an instant before, but now I am stronger, I don't know how many times, but I have not been killed in an instant. Yi Tian muttered. Of course, if he maintains it like this, it won't last long. Go to the crack, maybe you can find a clue. 1. He had been to the crack before, but he didn't really enter the crack, he just entered the crack area, and he didn't know what was at the other end of the crack. However, he has a feeling that the power of this rule should spread from the other end of the crack. It's just that when the hurricane of the hurricane sea disappears, it means that the power in the ancestor's body has awakened and the cracks have been suppressed, which makes the power of the rules temporarily disappear, and the primordial upper realm overlords dare to enter here. Soon, Yi Tian found a crack. Chapter 2757 The Rules of the Tao. Before, although he was able to approach the crack, he couldn't enter the crack. But at this moment, Yi Tian relied on the powerful strength and the reincarnation diamond body to break into the depths of the crack. Standing in front of the crack, he walked in step by step. At this time, the power of the rules here is even more terrifying. It has to be fast, or it won't last long, Yi Tian secretly said. Wow, Yi Tian forcibly walked into the crack, and as soon as he entered, he saw a fragment. The shards, could it be the kind of shards obtained by the Samsara Heavenly Clan and the Samsara Source Clan? Due to the urgency of time, Yi Tian couldn't hold on for long, and directly grabbed this piece of debris with one hand. And just when he grabbed this piece of debris, an illusion appeared in the dark, it was a prison phantom. But it was fleeting, Yi Tian didn't know what it was. Leave first. Yi Tian brought this fragment out, and immediately came out of the world of the origin ancestor treasure land. Soon, Yi Tian left the hurricane sea and was relieved. Bring back a shard. Yi Tian comprehends this fragment carefully, there is an incomparably terrifying rule power on it, and it is far beyond the rules of the origin of the other side. Sure enough, it surpasses the rules above the origin rules of the other shore. It seems that the original ancestor broke through half a step, and before he fell, he did tear apart the barrier 483 of the eternal other shore, and obtained fragments, and also more than one shard. Yi Tian secretly said, the strength of the ancestors is definitely not as good as that of the ancestors, and even the gap is very large, so the ancestors only cut out one fragment, while the ancestors obtained many fragments. And this news, Samsara Celestial Clan, Samsara Source Clan they don't know at all. But even knowing it is useless, the overlord of the upper realm of the origin can't get in after the 9 awakenings, and there is no way to get here, and the overlord of the origin of the other side of eternity is too weak to enter the depths of the crack, otherwise will be obliterated by the power of this rule. In other words, Yi Tian's strength is too strong, and his life-saving aspect is not inferior to the normal 9-time awakening primordial upper realm overlord. Only then can a piece of debris be taken away. There are so many cracks in the world of the ancestral treasure, there must be more than one fragment. Yi Tian was going to get another shard, but this replica body was seriously injured and could not last for too long, so he had to let other replica bodies in. Soon, Yi Tian's second replica body entered the original Zubao world and continued to search for cracks. Not long after, a second crack was found. Sure enough, this crack also has a fragment, which is bigger than the previous fragment. Yi Tian said excitedly. As time passed, Yi Tian obtained more and more fragments. Original ancestor has obtained so many fragments. He should have gone to that place in person at first, instead of just breaking through the reincarnation domain and dropping a fragment. As for what that place is, Yi Tian is not clear. However, now that he has obtained so many fragments, there is hope that he will understand the rules. Perhaps after comprehending this kind of rule, he knows what that place is. 326 pieces. Yi Tian was very excited. The Samsara Heavenly Clan and the Samsara Source Clan fought to snatch a piece, but he got so many pieces. With his comprehending so many fragments, it is really hopeful to comprehend this kind of rule, even if it is a little bit of comprehension, it is worth it. This day, Yi Tian came to the largest crack in the world of the ancestor treasure land. Just after he walked into the crack, a terrifying rule force descended and smashed his body directly. The duplicate body has fallen, and I can't get in. Yi Tian guessed that the fragments in this crack were very large, and the power contained was extremely terrifying, which he could not enter now. Maybe when his cultivation base breaks through to the 7th equilibrium state, he can enter CJFJ there. After that, he looked around again, but could not find any other fragments. And he found that the fissure, which had lost its shards, was slowly being repaired. Perhaps after many billions of primordial era, these cracks will disappear completely. So many fragments are enough, let's comprehend these fragments in the years to come. 1 inch. Yi Tian decided. Tianshan Pavilion. Yi Tian took out a fragment and began to comprehend the above rules. In order to be able to comprehend the above rules, he would eat all the resources that would help to improve his comprehension and use them to comprehend the rules. Gradually, Yi Tian had a little understanding of this rule, but he was still far from realizing it. Years go by, one after another primordial era passed, and Yi Tian also consumed piece after piece of debris. It's so hard to comprehend. Yi Tian also has to admit that this kind of rule is extremely difficult to comprehend. The key is that this kind of fragment only contains superficial rules. It is too difficult to rely on these fragments to comprehend this kind of rule. However, as long as Yi Tian is given enough time, there is still hope for comprehension. The moon is gradually going. After 300 million primordial era years. After such a long time, Yi Tian's cultivation has also improved a lot. Although he is still a long way from the 6th balance limit, he has also created several reincarnation supreme supernatural powers, and his strength has improved a lot. Moreover, he is about to comprehend the rules in the fragments. This day, an aura of rules that is powerful and far beyond the rules of the other side's origin permeates from Yi Tian's body. At the same time, under the influence of the power of this rule, his body has undergone subtle changes, and even his origin is changing little by little. Finally got it. Yi Tian was very excited. After comprehending this kind of rule, he knew what this kind of rule was. A euro to Tao, a euro. Yi Tian doesn't understand the rules of the supreme Tao, but this kind of rules far surpasses the rules of the origin of the other side. He only understands the fur, and only realizes a trace of the rules of the supreme Tao, and he knows that his strength has greatly improved. I don't know if integrating the rules of the supreme way into the supreme skill of reincarnation can exert a more powerful power. Yi Tian is going to try it out. Ruins of reincarnation. Yi Tian integrated the rules of the supreme Tao into the sphere of the reincarnation supreme supernatural power ruins. In an instant, the power of this reincarnation supreme supernatural power skyrocketed. Boom! With one blow, it penetrated the endless void. About 50% increase in power. Yi Tian muttered. He didn't underestimate this 50% power. To reach his realm and strength, it is extremely difficult to improve a little power, let alone 50% power. Moreover, he only comprehends a little bit of the rules of the Tao. If the realm of the rules of the Tao is improved, how terrifying his strength will be. Chapter 2758 Soaring Strength. Originally, my strength is still weaker than that of the 9 awakened origin overlord, but now that I understand the rules of the supreme Tao, my strength is directly comparable to the average 9 awakened origin overlord. Yi Tian muttered. And this is just the beginning. When he uses the rules of the supreme Tao more, and even creates corresponding moves, his strength will skyrocket. And these fragments have not been exhausted yet. Yi Tian intends to continue to comprehend, so that the realm of the rules of the Tao is slowly raised. Subsequently, Yi Tian continued to comprehend the rules of the Tao. Years go by. After Yi Tian comprehends the rules of the Tao, and comprehends these fragments, the power consumption of the rules of the fragments is too much faster. It is estimated that these fragments will be consumed by him within tens of millions of primordial era years. Time flies, more than 30 million Taiku era years have passed. At this time, Yi Tian has already consumed all the fragments, and although the rules of the supreme Tao have been improved a little, they are still considered skins. This shows how difficult it is to improve to the rules of Tao. Next, use the rules of the supreme Tao to create a magical power, combine it with the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, and integrate it. If you can create a magical power that is stronger than the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation, that's enough. Yi Tian murmured. Subsequently, he started to create slowly like this. But I have to admit that if you want to use the rules of the Supreme Tao to create something, the process of creation is very dangerous. If you are not careful, your body will crack or even fall. Compared to the rules of the Supreme Tao, Yi Tian's current realm is still too low. And with the passage of time, Yi Tian found that the rules of the Supreme Tao were too majestic, and even the origin of the eternal beyond land could not suppress the rules of the Supreme Tao. And the more I study the rules of the Tao, the more I realize that I am too small. He even had a feeling that if he wanted to transcend the realm of origin upper realm hegemony, he must master the rules of the Supreme Tao. Original ancestor and Biao ancestor failed to break through, perhaps because they didn't master the rules of the Tao. Yi Tian guessed. But if the ancestors broke the barriers and brought those fragments in, he would not be able to comprehend the rules of the Supreme Tao. Therefore, he is now able to comprehend the rules of the Supreme Tao, and he really has to thank the first ancestor. Before I knew it, another long time passed. Yi Tian gradually created a kind of supernatural power of the same level as the supreme rule of reincarnation, but because it was created according to the rule of Supreme Tao, it was more powerful. He can feel that this kind of supernatural power is very spicy and very imperfect, but this is the limit of what he can create at the moment. The main reason is that he does not understand the rules of the Supreme Tao at all, and the realm of comprehension is only a skin, so naturally he cannot create more powerful magical powers. However, Yi Tian was also satisfied for the time being. The divine ability he created was called Zishan Poke, which possessed incomparably terrifying penetrating power and lethality. It is estimated that the general 9 awakening origin and upper realm overlords can't stop the to the sky, and will be penetrated through the body. It can be said that Yi Tian has the strength and confidence to kill the weaker 9-time awakened origin upper realm hegemons after creating the heavenly poke. Certainly, at present, he has only created a magical power that involves the rules of the Supreme Tao. If he creates a few more doors, his strength will be improved. In the following years, Yi Tian continued to create such supernatural powers. After countless studies, he transformed the supreme supernatural power of reincarnation into the supernatural power of reincarnation, making his own speed faster. At the same time, he also transformed the reincarnation Vajra body into the supreme Vajra body, and the defense became stronger. As a result, Yi Tian's strength naturally soared. My current strength is estimated to be equivalent to the more powerful 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlords, but it is definitely not the top among the 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlords, let alone compared to the original primordial ancestor. You still have to improve your cultivation base. Yi Tian secretly said, and the improvement of cultivation requires a lot of resources. He did grab a lot of resources in Samsara Ziwan last time, but he spent too much in order to hit the 6th balance realm, and now he has almost exhausted the resources in the 6th balance realm cultivation. The remaining resources are not enough to raise his cultivation to the limit of the 6th balance. Of course, if he used it sparingly, and relied on long years to slowly and painstakingly cultivate, using trillions of primordial era years as the unit, he would naturally be able to raise to the limit of the 6th balance and hit the 7th balance. But he didn't want to wait so long, so he naturally needed to find more good things. A for flower Sayuro, I still have to go to Reincarnation Ziwan. Yi Tian decided. Reincarnation Ziwan is one of the treasures with the most resources in the dark realm of reincarnation. Even if he takes away many resources will still be born, many of which are eaten and refined by the creatures of Reincarnation Ziwan. Moreover, he hadn't entered the core area last time. If he entered, he would still be able to snatch a lot of top-level resources, which would be helpful for his real body copying body. Besides, with the cultivation base of his real body copying his body, he can enter the Reincarnation Ziwan. After all, in terms of realm, he is only equivalent to the 6 awakening primordial upper realm overlord, and naturally he will not be restricted by the rules of Reincarnation Ziwan. The strength of the real body copying body is comparable to that of the more powerful 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlords, so naturally they are not afraid of the 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlord creatures deep in the core of Reincarnation Ziwan. Reincarnation Dark Domain. Yi Tian's Ouchan copy body is ready to enter the Reincarnation Ziwan again, and the current Reincarnation Ziwan has calmed down. In addition, Yi Tian said that he only roamed on the periphery, so naturally he would not be restricted. Soon, he entered the Reincarnation Ziwan again. Still going to the cave, Yi Tian really loves his body here. Nowadays, the cultivation base of the real body copying the body is higher, and the combat power is naturally stronger. It didn't take long for a copy of the real body to be copied. It's time to enter the core area of A reincarnation Z1. Yi Tian decided. He prepared several cloned bodies to go with him. If he wanted to kill these cloned bodies, unless it was the top 9 awakened origin supreme overlord, there should be no such creatures in Samsara Z1, otherwise he would have rushed out of Samsara Z1 long ago. Yuan will not be suppressed here for countless years, unable to get out from here. Reincarnation Z1 core area, Manta Python's territory. At this time, it was sleeping as usual. It was the overlord of the upper realm of the 9 awakenings. When it reached this realm, it was difficult to continue to improve its strength, and most of the time was naturally used to sleep. Suddenly, it sensed the breath of outsiders. Boom! Manta Python woke up, staring into the distance. Outsiders dare to break into this place, they are just courting death. Corpse. Chapter 2759 Scraping the Reincarnation Z1 Resources. Boom! Manta Python instantly killed Yi Tian who was rushing here. Although the distance between the two sides is still far away, they fought each other in an instant. The origin overlord of the 9 awakenings. Yi Tian held the supreme treasure of Samsara and instantly cast the divine power of Heaven Poke, attacking the Manta Python. Boom! The two sides fought together immediately. The strength of this Manta Python is not very strong, that is, the ordinary 9 awakened origin upper realm hegemon level, not Yi Tian's opponent. Puff! The light of Zishan poked through the body of the Manta Python instantly. This was an attack that contained the rules of Zidao. Once injured by the rules of Zidao, the injury would be difficult to recover. Now, Manta Python felt that the wound on his body was difficult to heal at all, and immediately sent a message to several other overlords of the 9 awakened primordial upper realm, and, 483, asked them to help him. And it is also extremely puzzled, why Yi Tian's strength is so powerful. It is very clear about the rules of reincarnation Z1, the outside world cannot enter here after 8 awakenings, let alone the 9 awakened primordial overlords. If the 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlord could enter here, Samsara Z1 would have been swept away long ago. This outsider's cultivation level has not reached the realm of the 8th awakened primordial upper realm overlord, but his strength is comparable to that of the 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlord. Manta Python understands. Just then, several copies of Yi Tian's bodies shot together and attacked the Manta Python. Is this a clone? Manta Python was shocked. There are several creatures in Samsara Z1 that have the ability to clone, but if the clone is killed, it is difficult to recover, and those creatures are very weak. At present, none of the 9 awakened origin upper realm overlords in reincarnation Z1 has a clone. And Yi Tian not only has so many clones, but the strength of each clone is the same, which is very terrifying. This guy is comparable to several 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlords. Manta Python panicked. Today's stamp. Today's stamp. 1. Today's stamp. Yi Tian casts to the sky one after another. Puff puff. Manta Python was poked with holes one by one, and the injuries were not minor, but not fatal. The 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlord wants to kill the 9 awakened primordial upper realm overlord. Like Yi Tian, it would take a lot of time to kill the Manta Python even if several copies of the body work together. Boom! A statue of a 9-time awakened origin upper realm overlord creature came, all of them came to save the Manta Python. 4 gods have awakened 9 times the overlord of the upper realm of origin, and the number is quite acceptable. Yi Tian muttered. After all, this place is just a treasure land, and there have been 4 overlords of the 9 awakened origin upper realm. This is already terrifying, and it also proves that the resources here are really rich. Kill him, Manta Python shouted. Boom! Yi Tian fought with these 4 9-time awakened primordial upper realm hegemonic creatures. And one of them was the overlord of the 9 awakened primordial realm that was stronger than Yi Tian. He was not an opponent and could only barely support it. However, they also don't want to kill him easily. Several of my cloned bodies have already dragged these 4 9-time awakened origin upper realm overlord creatures, I can now go and scrape the resources on their territory. Yi Tian murmured. Subsequently, his other copy body secretly went to other places in the core area, and tried his best to hide his breath. These 4 9-time awakened primordial upper realm overlords are fighting with his other cloned bodies, so naturally they cannot spy on the existence of this cloned body. Core zone. This area is a medicine garden. Yi Tian saw unimaginable resources. A euro reincarnation Tianyuan Floera euro. A euro the fruit of Dao heart a euro. A euro reincarnation Tiangong Vini a euro. One kind of precious thing after another is in this area, and it is very dense, and there is a high probability that one of the medicine gardens will be transplanted here. Although the years of these resources are not long enough, they are of great value to Yi Tian. All received. Yi Tian will. Yes. Moreover, some resources are not very useful to these 9-time awakened primordial upper realm overlord creatures, but they are very useful to him. He can make full use of these resources. Then, he continued to scrape resources in the core area. The area of a euro, the core area is not too large, and Yi Tian's speed is also relatively fast. As time passed, a lot of resources were taken away by Yi Tian. There are really too many resources in the core area of a euro reincarnation Z1, this time is the right time, so many resources are enough to raise my cultivation to the limit of the 6th balance, and then I can hit the 7th time. Balanced, Yi Tian said excitedly. And soon, Manta Python and they found that their nest seemed to be taken. Not good. They tried to return to their old lair, but Yi Tian tried his best to prevent them from leaving. In desperation, they could only continue to fight against Yi Tian. I don't know how long it has passed, several of Yi Tian's cloned bodies have been severely injured, and these 4 9-time awakened origin upper realm overlords are also not lightly injured, especially the Manta Python, which is also seriously injured and difficult to recover. Almost. Yi Tian was going to sacrifice these cloned bodies to kill Manta Python and another severely injured 9-time awakening primordial upper realm overlord. After all, he exposed himself this time, and naturally he wanted to kill them. At present, it is not easy to kill the 2 more powerful 9-time awakened originating upper realm overlords, so they have to kill these 2 weak ones first. When he steps into the 7th balance, he will kill them at will. Kill. Yi Tian started to fight for his life, catching 5.9 Manta Python and attacking wildly. Soon, a copy of Yi Tian's body fell, but the Manta Python was also on the verge of death, and the other 9 awakened origin upper realm overlords could not save it. Another time passed. Manta Python fell and died. Then, Yi Tian started to kill another 9-time awakened primordial upper realm overlord creature. And after sacrificing one after another of his cloned bodies, he finally slaughtered the 9-time awakened primordial upper realm overlord. So far, Samsara Ziwan fell 2 9-time awakened primordial upper realm overlords, while Yi Tian lost several copies of his body. Perhaps on the side of reincarnation Ziwan, they made a profit, but Yi Tian is the real big profit, and he has nothing to lose. Moreover, his other copy body has already scraped a lot of resources and left. Chapter 2760 Forbidden Tao Great Array. Soon, Yi Tian's Ouchin copy body brought out the resources, and then went to the Wusho Abyss, sent these resources to the hands of the real body copy body, and brought them back to the Tianshan Pavilion. So, just breathe a sigh of relief. Now my real body copy body is getting stronger and stronger. When the real body copy body breaks through to the 7th equilibrium state, the value of Ouchin's copy body will not be much. Yi Tian murmured. After all, at that time, he can directly compete with the ancestors of reincarnation, and there is no need for Ouchin to copy his body. Of course, there are still some uses. Tianshan Pavilion. After Yi Tian obtained these massive resources, he quickly refined these resources to improve his cultivation, and his strength also increased rapidly. At this rate of progress, at most 1 billion primordial era years, or hundreds of millions of primordial era years, he can be promoted to the limit of the 6th balance, and he is qualified to hit the 7th balance. By that time, he will definitely be invincible in the overlord realm of the 9 awakened primordial upper realm. Reincarnation Domain. The Reincarnation Bazaar territory where the Reincarnation Bazaar clan is located is very calm at the moment, but the Samsara Bazaar mountain in the Reincarnation Bazaar territory is not at all calm. At this moment, many Taoist ancestors who broke the limit of 9 times are looking sad. The Reincarnation clan is immortal and immortal, even if the number is rare, as long as they do not provoke the Reincarnation Heavenly clan and the Reincarnation Source clan, their days are still very comfortable. But now, they are panicking. Is the Blood Crow really unable to bear it? One of the original Taoist ancestors asked. I can't hold it anymore. Another Taoist origin ancestor said helplessly, his origin imprint is about to collapse. Once it collapses, he will die completely. If Yi Tian was here, he would definitely be shocked. The Reincarnation clan took the path of the origin and Taoist ancestors, with the protection of the origin of the Reincarnation domain, so they could not die and never die, so how could they fall? Blood Raven is really reckless, why do you want to investigate that taboo? Now I'm worried that it's not just Blood Raven, but if there is a problem with the origin of the entire Reincarnation domain, it will be troublesome. No way, for countless years, there has been no problem with the origin of the reincarnation domain. Even if the blood crow touched the taboo, so far, the other party has not done anything. 1. Who knows, in short, if you are not careful this time, the entire reincarnation clan will have problems. The reincarnation heavenly clan and the reincarnation source clan do not rely on the source, but our foundation is the source of reincarnation. Deep in the origin of the reincarnation domain, a gray figure sits cross-legged here. He is the original Tao ancestor of the reincarnation scorpion who broke the boundary of the 9 times, the blood crow. Now, he was also desperate. I can't stand it, the original imprint will be broken after a million primeval era years at most. Blood Raven regrets it. Isn't it because the origin in the depths of the reincarnation domain is missing a part? This kind of strange phenomenon is not the first time it has happened, but it has happened many times. This phenomenon has been mentioned in the ancient inheritance, and it is not allowed to investigate the reincarnation, and it is not allowed to leak it. He has reached the limit of 9 times, and there is no way to break through it for countless years, and he also wants to reach the realm above the primordial upper realm overlord. He felt that the phenomenon in the depths of the origin of the reincarnation domain definitely contained great secrets. In addition, the last time the ancestors failed to reach a higher realm, but they shattered a piece of debris, which contained the rules of a higher realm. He felt that beyond the domain of reincarnation, there is a wider world, and the depths of the origin of the domain of reincarnation may be connected to that unknown land. Then, he ventured to investigate. As a result, when the source of the reincarnation domain was missing a bit again, he directly broke into it, and was greeted by a finger. With just one finger, his body collapsed, and this finger also affected the origin imprint he left in the origin of the reincarnation domain. As long as the origin imprint is not dead, the origin Daozu will not really fall. But his origin imprint was shattered by a force, and now it is completely unsteady, and it is about to turn into ashes. The owner of that finger is definitely in existence beyond the overlord of the original upper realm. I angered them. Of course, this also confirms that there is indeed a higher realm above the overlord of the primordial upper realm. Click, there was a crack in his body. In this regard, the blood crow no longer cares. Anyway, he is bound to die. However, he was not reconciled to such a fall. He wanted to spy on the real secrets, but the other origin Tao ancestors of the reincarnation deceitful clan did not want him to continue to investigate, for fear of angering that existence and causing the entire reincarnation deceitful clan to perish. However, if he does not know the truth, he will not be reconciled. If I die, what will the reincarnation deceit have to do with me? He decided to explore there again. Soon, he came to the depths of the origin of the reincarnation domain again, and burned all the origin power, and rushed in again. Blood Crow, what are you doing? The Taoist ancestor of the reincarnation clan was furious. They thought that the Blood Crow would wait to die quietly or find other ways to recover and save his life. Unexpectedly, the Blood Crow passed again. However, it was too late for them to stop. Boom, he set foot here again, and peeped towards the position in the dark. In an instant, he saw more things. The existence of Wei Shigekura didn't take action immediately, and obviously Wei didn't look here all the time, but he had bad luck last time, and was hit hard by 483 as soon as he came in. But after a few breaths, the being reappeared. This time, the Blood Crow saw clearly the appearance of the other party. This is a human-shaped existence exuding golden rays of light, and its aura is extremely terrifying, far surpassing the overlord of the 9 awakened primordial upper realm. How dare you enter here and seek death? Grab it with a big hand. Blood Raven tried to dodge, but couldn't move. Boom. The Blood Crow was directly caught by the opponent, and then pinched to death. The source was completely shattered and turned into ashes. At this point, the Blood Crow fell and died. And just after the Blood Crow fell, another figure appeared. Sorry, another little bug came out. Yeah, a little bug came out from the source, but they are bound by the source. Even if they arrive here, they can't come out unless they can break through again. Ha ha ha, these little bugs still want to break through again. Under the forbidden Tao formation, they can't even touch the rules of Tao. How can they comprehend the breakthrough? I remember that 600,000 years ago, before the Tao era, a powerful little bug broke out before he died, and it also destroyed the formation and severely injured one of our clansmen. It took us a long time to repair it. 1. That's a special case. The little bugs that follow will affect the formation at most, but it's useless at all.